to date. It's been an excruciatingly long wait.
Sure has.
Oh my gosh. But it's finally here. The time has come. Metroid Prime 4 is out and we have been playing. I have been not sleeping.
Oh no.
I have been playing this game into the night to prepare for this podcast where we can share our finally share our impressions.
Our final first impressions?
Our final first. I was going to say finally
Wait a minute.
share our first impression. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
But yes, we're excited to share what we think so far. This game has had a bit of a rocky road, to say the least. But now that we have it in our hands and can see for ourselves, now we have thoughts and feelings of our own. How exciting.
We do. And it's almost surreal that this game is finally out.
It is surreal.
I can still remember back in 2017 when we learned, like, hey, we're going to be announcing Metroid Prime 4.
I know exactly where I was. I was standing at the edge of the Treehouse Live stage next to Mr. Sakurai.
Oh, wow.
And we were watching together that Metroid Prime 4 launch because he was about to go up afterwards for Treehouse Live because Smash Ultimate was the big game that year at E3. And I remember I'd known about the announcement ahead of time, but I was like, there's that logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been so long since then.
Little did we know it would take this long.
And even longer since the last Metroid Prime game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're old.
Yeah, I remember what they told us was like, oh, we're going to be announcing Metroid Prime 4, but don't hold your breath. It's going to be a little while.
It's going to be a while.
And they were right. I don't think they intended it to be quite this long.
They didn't know they had to restart halfway through
either.
That was also a thing. We were there for that too, where they were like, so some news.
Right.
We were like, oh.
Well, they were still right in the end. Nobody was holding their breath, but here we are, finally.
Finally.
And this is one of those things where we have not been talking about our impressions at all.
Playing in secret,
You've
silence.
been extremely secretive, which makes me think you have some sort of a big reaction.
No, I just
share.
wanted to. I want to, and this is one of those things where we delayed the podcast by a day because we wanted to give ourselves time to play. And I especially wanted to give myself like as much time as possible to really dig into this game because I have been victim to some snap judgments around this game, and I didn't want to do that again. I want to be able to like finally sit down and play, a long time for myself and really form an actual opinion this time. So
all right.
I was just excited to do that.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit, but I'm back from Japan.
You are.
It feels like ages ago,
I know.
but it's been less than a week. I got back, and I had a great time. And it's always
something bad happened, though.
Well, I'm mentally moving on from that.
You are?
The best I can to distance from that. I lost some games. We have a video about that if you want to see my sob story. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Yes.
I'm trying to pick up the pieces of my life, like
Your
so many lost game cards.
Your shattered existence.
Yes, but it is always interesting to see the state of Nintendo in Japan.
Sure.
And I would say the state of Nintendo right now in Japan is extremely dominant.
Yeah. I mean, they've always been dominant, but you were saying that it's just like feels like they're everywhere, in your face. Everywhere
and obviously I went to the places where you would find games, but I spent a lot of time just around.
The city and stuff?
You cannot avoid the presence of the Switch 2 at the time I was there. You could not escape the presence of Kirby Air Riders.
Oh,
there were like billboards like next to a bus station. It was like, buy this amiibo, buy this giant oversized amiibo. I was like, wow, that's something I didn't expect to see.
Yeah.
So
did you see a lot of Switch 2s in the wild while you were there, like on
I didn't actually see a single one.
I was curious about that.
Thing.
Yeah, because we were in Japan during the height of like the Switch 1 fervor, I would say, and we saw a lot of people playing like just like the commercial, like kids in their uniforms playing Splatoon with their friends on the train and things like that. Maybe it needs a little bit more time to permeate.
And the stock situation there is a little bit different than most other places where it is still pretty hard to get. And I saw that, like, you can get
lottery.
You can get games, you get these amiibo, you can get whatever you want. But if you want the hardware, that's harder to come by, which is an interesting thing. But yeah, it is interesting to see just in the home country, like how dominant it is. And that's something that we talked and recognized a lot at Nintendo was, hey, Japan's a smaller country. You really can saturate it in a way that you can't saturate Europe or the United States.
But they don't have some of the very big challenges, like Europe, for example, the language barrier of all the different countries in Europe, like that's a real challenge for them. In Japan, like you don't have those problems, you don't have those issues.
Right.
So you can very easily just flood the market and then become sort of this like pop culture, like inescapable pop culture icon, which is what I think Nintendo is in Japan. And that's why you see, Mario showing up at the opening ceremony for the Olympics. And when it's a time to represent the country of Japan, Nintendo is always part of that conversation.
Yes.
So it's very different and very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm back, and I'm glad to be back. And I had to hurry back because we have been so busy this week putting the finishing touches on our Game of the Year.
The most important.
Preparations, the ones that matter.
Game of the Year awards.
So guess what? Voting for our Game of the Year awards is going to open up this weekend.
Whoa,
it's
how
exciting. It's going to be open for about a week. The Game of the Year episode is coming on December 18th, so you can look forward to that. We're recording that after the Game Awards, after all of our voting is tallied. We're going to do it the same way that we did it last year, which I thought worked amazingly great.
I think it works great, but it was a lot of work for you.
It is, and it's gonna be a lot of work again, but it's fine because it's worth it.
You said it took years off your life.
It did. So the way we do it is, we have all these categories. We'll make our picks each individually, and then we will have the community vote as sort of the third pillar.
Yes.
And we will tally everything up and see like what truly is representing the entire community, the best of the best.
Exactly. And we have some serious categories and also some very fun categories as well.
Yes.
Of course, we're bringing back Bodhi, Butt of the Year.
Yes.
We have a very strong set of nominations
for crop.
Oh, a crop.
To be dusted.
Yes. To be dusted.
And we have another incredible induction into the Bodhi Hall of Fame.
I had a lightning realization
no, it's perfect.
of who this Bodhi inductee should be. And then, of course, we both were like, of course.
It's perfect.
We have to.
It's utterly perfect.
Yes.
And
Butterly
I cannot wait.
Perfect.
Yes. So if you want to vote in our Game of the Year awards, we do that on Patreon. You can join any tier, even the free tier.
Yes.
I think Sunday is going to be the day that those votes go out, and they'll be out for about a week. So there's no rush to do it. Look at that ballot, think about it, take your time,
think about your butt,
talk to your friends, think about it. Yes. But that is something that we're looking forward to a lot.
That's our favorite.
That is truly a highlight of the year.
Yeah.
It really is.
We're going to get all dressed up. Yeah. We're going to present the winners. We're going to talk about our big winners for, us personally.
Yes.
We have some favorite moments that we want to share. It's going to be a wonderful, exciting episode.
Yes. Capping off a big year.
I can't wait. Yes.
Yes. Next week, though, we are going to be headed down to Los Angeles. We are road tripping, which is going to be fun, for Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards.
The second most important Game Awards, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards.
There's a gap
It's a gap there,
There's
for
a gap.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're going to be on site for that. We're going to be checking it out. We're going to be vlogging it.
We are.
And in addition to vlogging the Game Awards, we're making a stop at a mysterious game studio that will be fun in the LA area that we're going to be checking out and talking to some people and seeing what they've been working on.
I'm so excited. So I love this. I love it when we get to visit people.
Yes.
We were, earlier this year we went over to Double Fine and visited the nice people there and got to check out their studio. I just love it. I think it's fun to see creative people in their environment. So it's going to be really fun.
Yes. So all that is to say, since Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards is next Thursday, this next week's episode of the Kit and Krysta podcast is going to be coming on Friday.
Yes.
We've had to do this,
it seems to be a little bit of a juggling act.
Ideally, the podcast comes out on Thursday, but sometimes there's stuff, it's like, I don't really want to be competing with Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards.
Yeah, streamed on Amazon Prime and and globally.
Right.
So 200 and whatever billion whatever viewers
so we'll wait, and it'll be out on Friday. Patreon early access, that will proceed as normal.
This is going to be a good episode, though. This is our 200th episode, first of all, which, wow. Anyways, let's not dwell on that too long, but it's also going to be our episode where we grade Nintendo's 2025.
You got your red pen out.
We're inviting Mr. Furukawa to a parent-teacher conference. And we'll be sitting him down and giving him a rundown of how he performed this year.
Wow.
A little performance review.
Wow.
Better get a little nervous.
My gosh.
Better get nervous.
There's so much happening in December.
Wow.
And it's so much fun. And I'm just excited for all of it.
Me too.
I'm excited.
I love it.
Yes.
My favorite time of the year.
All right. Metroid Prime. We don't have to wait 8 years. We just have to wait through our wonderful shout out for our sponsor.
Whoa!
This episode is sponsored by Uncommon Goods. The holidays are almost here. And if you still have names on your list, don't panic. Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you can't find anywhere else. You'll discover presents that feel meaningful and personal, never rushed or last minute. It is true, we are getting into that, hey, if you're going to get something online, you kind of better do that soon.
I asked you recently, I think it was like 2 days ago when you got back from Japan, I was like, so did you start on your holiday shopping yet? And you had a nervous laugh and you were like, not really.
I've been in Japan, I've been doing stuff.
So yeah, you do need to kind of get going now that we're like squarely in December. And Uncommon Goods has some of the most unique, personalized, wonderful gifts. We are both users of Uncommon Goods. We've bought countless gifts for people that we care about on Uncommon Goods, and it's just been a really great place for us to find, like very personal gifts for people.
Exactly. Sometimes it's like so obvious that you
phoned it in,
didn't put the effort in, or you didn't
that.
have time. It was a last minute thing, and it's like, oh, I got you something, but maybe the thought's not entirely there, and that's not the case for anything that you find on Uncommon Goods. And again, I found this great thing on there, which is this. It's a bowl, but it looks like Major League Baseball team hats.
Yeah.
And this reminded me of my youth when I used to go to either San Francisco Giants or the Oakland A's, who are no longer in Oakland, and you would get the ice cream and they would give it to you in a little plastic cup that was shaped like the hat, like the batting helmet. And
so
it's like,
cute.
Those things didn't last, the test of time, but now you can have something that recreates those great memories.
The ones on Uncommon Goods are glass. Like it's like a real,
Yes,
it's a
solid.
real bowl. It's not plastic.
No, it's gonna last.
That's the thing too. You can get something that's personalized for somebody with a favorite team or like what school they went to in college. You can even get their names, personal. I got like monogram stuff for somebody. I got them like a monogrammed like cocktail making set. Good for me too, honestly. Anyways, but it was so nice because you can really like personalize it for people.
Exactly.
And you're supporting independent artists too and small businesses, which we are always.
We're one of those.
We're one of those, so we have to support other small independent businesses.
So don't wait. Make this holiday the year you give something truly unforgettable. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/KitKrysta. That's uncommongoods.com/KitKrysta for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
We'll put the link right over here as well as a QR code for you to scan and in the description below.
Okay. Metroid Prime 4.
Wow. Okay, this is spoiler free, by the way, because we will have a big Metroid Prime 4 spoiler cast later this month.
Yes.
Which will have all the spoilers.
Well, let's just say like how far we are in as a starting point, just so people can orient themselves about what we're going to be covering here.
Yeah. So I am done with the first 2 areas. I have Viola.
Yes.
After that, sort of you can go explore a bit.
A bit more freedom, yeah.
Yes. I am now like deep in the ice belt.
Okay. So you've started your third sort of proper area.
Correct.
Okay. And how many hours would you say?
7.
Pulled 2 all-nighters?
Almost 8 hours,
okay.
probably.
I think I'm closer. So, being Mr. Physical, that's one of the major downsides.
Not that kind of Mr. Physical.
Huh?
You're not like a bodybuilder.
Nobody said that's what I was saying. That's one of the downsides is you get basically a night's head start on these games. Because you get them digital, you get them our Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
And I played that night until like 3 a.m.
One of the real benefits of being on the West Coast. West
Coast,
I have to wait. I have to basically wait until I get home the following day for my delivery to come in, and it did. So I'm a little bit behind. Not behind. I think I'm around 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I also finished those first 2 areas, and I'm currently just kind of cruising around. That desert. I did stumble upon the entrance to the fire area, just completely out of the blue, and I said, no, I'm not ready to do this. I want to
keep exploring.
See what else is happening
Yeah.
on the desert. So I just turned around and left.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I am. Yeah.
Cool.
I had to come in early because I was like, I need to finish the second area and I need to get the viola and I need to get into that open area. I can't have this conversation
That's right.
until I do that.
I was really like wanting to at least do that and more.
Right.
I really wanted to get to a place where I've met more of the Federation people as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I did.
Oh, you did? Cool.
So now
cool.
I can
Yeah,
talk about it.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, this is not going to be a good conversation unless I do that.
That's a major
Right.
like game thing for the game that
Right,
you need
so
to know about.
So I came in and I was like, I got to grind this out. So.
Yeah, you were like, we're pushing the recording back 30
We're not
minutes.
starting until
and I
I do
walked
this.
in, you were locked in.
Yeah.
You were locked in on your game.
You basically walked in right as I was wrapping up.
I
which
did
was
scan your
perfect.
amiibo, which was exciting.
There it is. There it is.
One amiibo for 2 people. We saved some money. Save some money.
I did see the other amiibo in Japan, and I'm kicking
It's
myself.
a little cheaper, huh?
It's more than a little cheaper. But I should have waited to buy this one, honestly.
Oh yeah, you should have.
Because this one was what, $30?
Yeah, 20.
And in Japan, I think it was like maybe 20 or less.
Ugh.
The exchange rate for Japan for the US is like amazing right now.
You should go.
And
Everybody go to Japan, get your amiibo.
The VOL one, I was like, I picked it up, I stared at it, and I was like, do I want this?
And
like,
then you
it
ultimately said no.
It is cheaper, but no, I don't think I want this.
Yeah, like just you don't want.
I just don't really want it. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
fine.
no, that's
I'm
fair.
fine with that one.
Yeah, we have more stuff about the amiibo in a bit. But
Yes.
Yes, it is exciting. That
Yes.
we at least have one, so we can try it out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm really am on pins and needles. Like maybe we can count to 3 and just say like, do we like it or not so far? I don't know. I kind of really want to know.
Okay. I don't know if I can answer you in one word, but
Well, just spit it out. I want to know.
I mean, I like it.
You like it? Okay.
I do. I think
Yeah.
I do think that the game gets off to a very good start.
Oh.
Not the first 10 minutes that we played
Not the part
already.
we
I
played,
mean,
yeah.
that's fine. Whatever.
Right.
It's a non-issue now. I mean, it was just a dumb way to experience the game for the first time.
Yes.
I really shouldn't have even played it. That was just stupid of me. But so whatever. We blow past the 10 minutes, then the story gets, kind of set up, right? Where you get blipped into this other planet and it's mysterious, whatever. But the part where like you kind of wake up and are in that Fury Green area.
Yes.
Wow. That was a goosebump inducing wow
Yeah.
moment. And everything in that first like part just like totally works. Like the music is incredible, the visuals are stunning. There's so many parts where you see like the vastness
Yes.
of the planet, like the draw distance and graphically.
This game's got vistas.
Oh man, the vistas. I was
vistas are
thinking about
good.
you. I was like, oh, the vistas are so
The vistas are good.
I was staring for like
Yeah.
several. I would just pause and look at things
Right.
and like look close up at like the flora and the fauna and like
Yeah.
I was just like completely entranced
Well,
by that.
One addition to that is, again, when we worked on Metroid, we didn't work on Metroid Prime 4 because it was
No.
hardly a game. It was like
It
a
was
kernel
nothing.
of a game. But one of
Yeah.
the things that was happening was this kind of major like rebuild of the team at Retro Studios.
That's right. Yeah.
And again, like I was kind of like the marketing liaison with Retro Studios then, so I was in touch with them. And one of the things, they were always very careful because they had some times where it's like, whenever we post a job listing, it becomes news.
Right. People start to speculate.
Right. So
yeah.
we would kind of work with him. It was like, all right, like what's the best way to do this to get the candidates you need, but not have this blow up into some news story of like, oh, they don't have this, or this is clearly where they are. It was a hard job.
Yeah.
But one of the things that the team was so excited was the new art director that they got.
This person deserves a
And
reward.
I remember like talking to the team on the phone, and they're like, we are so excited about this new guy we got to be our art director for this game.
He's
Like
amazing.
he's gonna really like do some special things for this game. And clearly he did.
Oh my God, this guy is carrying this game.
Yeah.
Like truly, like this is the right in Reggie's word, the yeoman.
Yes.
He's doing the yeoman's work. I don't know his name. What's his name? Do we know his name?
We'll
find out.
We'll put it in
Because
text.
we
Yeah.
would just send him a wonderful thank you message
Right.
because blown away
Yeah.
is like not even describing just how incredibly amazing the game looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially that first area. What a great area to start you in. They're
Right.
so smart to start you in that area too. I think if they started you in any of the other areas that I've seen so far, I would not have had the same like just that kind of like goosebump reaction. It's just amazing. So I am loving that. That was just probably one of the strongest starts to a game ever. But then I kept playing and ran into a couple of things that it was not the greatest for me.
Well, keep going.
Oh?
Just keep going. Just keep going. I want to hear all this.
So I will say the second area is not as strong as the first area.
I think I might like the second area better.
Okay, yeah, I don't like it.
Okay.
That much. I mean, it looks really nothing. I'm not saying anything about like the art direction. I think the art direction throughout the entire game is like hands down the best. No notes, no faults. Like it's just perfect. But I just didn't really like being like enclosed in the
I thought it was cool.
Factory.
What's the name of that one again?
Volt Forge.
The Volt Forge.
It's where they build the VLOs.
They're building bikes.
They build the VLOs.
It's the Harley Davidson plant.
It is.
Of outer space.
It is. I mean, Metroid has definitely like those internal environment to like labs and things like that. Yeah. But I definitely prefer like more of the like planets, natural environments a little bit more.
Yeah, it kind of. Something I appreciated about it was like doing all the scanning, you do realize like they actually thought through like how would this facility work? Like, all right, we're getting the lightning, we're turning that into energy. Yeah. And we're using that, and here's all these gizmos and apparatuses.
To like convert the battery power
and it's not
stuff.
just like, it just happens. They just made a bike. It's like no, they actually explain to you like here's how everything works when you're scanning it. I thought that was that's kind of a hallmark of these games. Is just like,
absolutely.
hey, that background's there if you want it. And I thought that was great. It did also remind me of just like some stuff from like classic sci-fi, like in Star Wars, there's the Cloud City that has those kind of pillars in the sky. This is obviously a much more stormy thing.
Yeah.
In Dune, you go to like the Harkonnen planet, and it's like grimy and dirty and dark, and this kind of gave me that feeling. But no, I really like the second area. I appreciate the first area as well. I would say it was like a bit more expected, or maybe it's just because I had seen more of it going into it.
Sure.
I should say I haven't seen anything of any of the other areas. I think like
just a little flashes and trailers, but
maybe.
nothing as extensive as the first area.
No, so I was like, I got to this fire area. I was like, well, I have no expectations of this or the ice area, or I don't even know what comes after that.
No, truly. Like it's great to continue to be a bit more surprised by like, the different environments. So I personally like the more like nature kind of, a wild planet.
Sure.
Kind of, I like that vibe a bit more. Yeah. But that's just personal preference, I think tons of people are going to say they love the Volt Forge, and like you really like that area, and that's totally. I mean, it's nothing to do with the way it looks. It's just I just prefer it to be like more in nature.
Sure.
The Viola stuff, I'm trying to wrap my head around it a little bit more, but it's okay. Like it's not my favorite thing to do, and I didn't really love the implementation of the tutorial in Volt Forge.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought that was a very clunky way, and it took you out of your, like, I'm not saying, like, isolate Samus forever, keep her alone, and make her be alone on a planet all the time, but it was just, like, a weird things, like suddenly this
hey, we have an F-Zero track down here.
Or like, here's Mario Kart. Like,
Retro did work on Mario Kart. Oh. Remember that?
Yeah, it's like, and as I was playing, I'm like, God, every game is Mario Kart now. Every game is Kirby Air Riders. I don't want this. I want Metroid. And it was just a very like kind of out of body, clunky way to introduce you to
why not just teach you as you're going around?
If you're going around the desert, they could have very easily implemented some kind of like little mini challenge that kind of goes along with your exploration. That could have taught you exactly those things that didn't involve you to complete the track in less than 50 seconds and, use the dash or whatever. So
the ancient aliens are also celebrating Sunday.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Maybe they need to get a little. They need to do something that's not like always with the mind.
Yes.
You know, their psychic abilities.
Right.
You know, so that part which was part of the whatever it's called,
the Vault Forge right.
section. I didn't love.
I agree. That was very strange and clunky.
Yeah.
But we're past it.
We're past it.
So now we can just ride around on this bike.
Yeah, riding around on the bike in that desert also is not very fun.
I didn't do it enough for myself to know.
Yeah, the first part of it was fine. Like when I first started exploring, I was like, okay, this is neat. Like you can just kind of like roll around. Like that's fine. Like you can like break the green crystals. Like it's very satisfying.
So what do you do with those crystals?
Something about memories. I don't really know.
Yeah.
There's a little different kind of meter.
There's a lot of like, hey, get 5 of these. Oh, we also need 10 of these. It's like going to the grocery store.
It's very Zelda, like early, like it's like
you know what it's like.
Twilight Princess Zelda.
It's like your favorite movie, Star Wars Episode 9: Return of Skywalker. That's exactly what that movie is.
Yeah, it's like
oh, now we need this to do. Oh,
no,
wait, that didn't matter at all. Now we need this.
It's like fetch quest, endless fetch quests.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you thought that you got the 5 seeds and that's all we needed.
Right.
We actually need 10.
Because I remember the guy saying, hey, we need this green stuff, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't really know why.
The guy?
It's fine.
That weird like alien squid thing?
It's fine. I'll drive through them for you.
I'll drive through the it's very Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
The green crystals. Very Donkey Kong. The feeling is very
the emeralds.
The emeralds.
I'm emerald rushing.
Yeah. But as you are trying to do your, classic Metroidvania retroversing around to, when you get different powers and start to unlock things, you do have to kind of go back and forth through that desert a lot.
So that's a big question I have is everything seems, it's like a hub and a wheel and hub and spoke or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And what is the interconnectedness of these regions?
It's not really.
So it is just zipping back and forth.
That's the part that is also not the best.
There's no like fast travel.
Not that I have done yet. And I had to get into the ice area, I needed to do a couple of things, which I knew what to do, and I did it.
Okay.
And then I had to go back to Fury Green, get my upgrade from Miles, and then ride back to where I needed to go to use the upgrade. So I was just like like pinballing around the Soul Desert. But the Soul Desert is boring.
Because that was cool about the older games is like you could find an entry point
There's like
from one to the other.
Yeah, that's my biggest criticism right now is that it feels the areas feel very disjointed. I think they're trying to get you on board with the adjoining factor is the Soul Desert.
Yeah.
But I don't love that.
Okay.
Honestly. And the desert is really boring. Like it's like barren. I mean it's desert.
I mean I found some shrine thing that I don't think I could finish yet.
Right. It tells you what element you need to do those.
I did see some enemies and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, there really isn't much to that, and I've been there.
Right.
So now I'm like, every time I go into the desert, I'm like, time to commute to work.
Well, how long does it take to drive like from one end to the other?
Maybe
if you're just beelining it.
5
minutes?
6 minutes, 5, 7, less than 10 minutes.
It's kind of long. There's really no fast travel?
Not that I know of yet.
Speed upgrade? Rocket boost?
Not that I know of yet.
No.
I was like, maybe there's a fast travel at least back to base camp. Because you probably need to go back there a lot for your upgrades. Because you get these chips and then they upgrade your arm cannon to give you the thing that you need to go through the areas.
I haven't done that yet.
So I basically...
Where do you get those?
You find them in I don't want to spoil it.
You get them later.
You get them, you'll find them.
I shouldn't have one by now though.
You're gonna need one, and when you get stuck, you'll realize.
But I shouldn't have one by now.
No.
Okay.
Like you're gonna realize that you'll need one, and you'll go find. You'll go and figure it out.
I think I left some energy tanks, or at least
one. No. That's not it. Okay. You need something to
I'm already feeling like I'm missing things.
Well, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
It's just that you do have to do a lot of commuting through this desert.
Sure. Okay.
And it's not it's not like you can take an elevator and then you're back at base camp.
Yeah.
You basically have to get the thing, leave that area, drive all the way back to Fury Green, go through all of Fury Green, back to where you left him.
And there's not even a shortcut, now you have this elevator that'll
Not
speed
that
it
I know
up.
of.
Huh.
Maybe someone can tell me. I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, I'm not trying to like speed through this game. Like this
Yeah.
game is all about like wandering around. That's totally fine.
No, that can get tedious if you're
But-
doing it again and again.
But I imagine that you're going to get more upgrades and you're going to need to get back there every
Right.
time. So I'm not sure if there's like kind
Okay.
of a different way up or down or whatever. So yeah, so there are some real highs for sure. Like there are moments in the game where it's just, oh my God, it's just so, it looks so fantastic, or it's just cool. Like Samus is like doing her Samus stuff and you feel powerful and you feel good and the movement is so smooth. I mean, runs amazing.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of like, just like, I wish they didn't do that. Or like, there could have been a better way to implement that if you wanted to do that, that didn't feel clunky or feel disjointed or feel
Right.
inconsistent. So it's very those moments. But nothing in the game has made me say like, this is awful. Like I hate
Right.
this. Nothing. So
Yeah.
no, it's not like that at all. It's not like, I'm playing this game like, and I'm like, hate playing it. No. I'm having a wonderful time. But there are definitely moments where I was like, it's a little weak here. Like, ooh, they shouldn't have done that. Or I didn't really like that.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of complaints. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great. And I kept waiting for sort of the shoe to drop based on the reviews of like, there's these divisive things that'll happen. And we already knew about some of them. So, I mean, that's sort of an interesting thing. And it does make you wonder, like, the parts of the game they decided to show in advance are that part at the beginning, which is obviously safe because it's the beginning. It's spoiler free. I guess it's good for mouse mode, for shoot gunning. And then the stuff, at the beginning also with Miles. It's like, I don't really think they were showing the strongest content of this game.
But people played the entire game in the reviews.
Right.
And came away with, their opinions.
No, but I
on
mean,
it.
if you're thinking of like, well, those are the two parts of the game they chose to show in
Nintendo.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're
in the
saying.
previews.
In the previews.
Like you're
You're
trying to
talking
put
about the
trying to
previews.
put your best foot forward.
That's right,
Get people excited versus
Yes.
like asking like what is this game? Like how much of this do I have to do? How much of this guy do I have to
wouldn't have
listen
done
to?
that.
It's very strange.
If I were still there and I was asked to review the content for previews,
Yeah.
if we were working on this game, and usually that would happen, like this is what we're thinking about showing during the previews, I would have given them feedback like, could we not have a save file that's a little bit deeper in the
Yeah,
game
it's very
to
strange.
show people a more representative take on what they will actually be experiencing, because what you're showing them is very tutorial, very hand-holdy. They're not going to like that. This character that you're showing, while your intentions was not to make him divisive, will become divisive and
Yes.
will become a distraction. Like, I feel like people should have called that there.
Maybe-
Other people are
I mean,
Metroid fans
who knows?
too.
Like maybe they're just so petrified of spoilers for some reason. There's like we can only show the first 2 hours and that's it. I don't know. It doesn't-
Maybe they
it doesn't make
tried.
sense.
Yeah, maybe
this
they
is, This
tried.
is where I would love and ask the developer or something where it's like these more divisive decisions. Like let the team speak on why they put them in
Yeah.
and why they believed in them. I'd
At
like
least-
to know.
I mean, at least let us hear directly from them.
Yes, I'd like to
give
know.
them a chance to defend themselves.
Exactly.
Almost. Yeah, not that they have to, but yeah, it is true. It's like to not understand the intentions behind it,
Right.
and to only have that as your sort of only reference point, and that at that point in time for the game, especially because they were so quiet about the game for so long and didn't really explain much about the game besides those couple of trailers.
Yeah.
It was like a weird decision to do that, and
Yeah.
it became a distraction. Clearly,
Because
you know?
obviously, the people who work on these games, like they're reading this preview coverage like crazy. Like
Yes.
they are waiting for the moment the embargo's up, and they're reading every single one. And guess what? They have feedback to your feedback.
They do.
And if you're Randy Pitchford, you're taking to Twitter and you're just letting it rip.
Yeah.
And if you're at Nintendo, you have to bite your tongue.
which sucks.
So
Yeah, which
I
sucks.
just would like
That would
them.
drive me crazy. By
Yes,
the way, if
I
I
would-
was them, I would be like clawing at the wall right now.
I would just like them to have the opportunity to share their perspective on some of these
Send an anonymous letter.
on some of these significant design decisions that are in the game. I would just like to know more of the origin of
And
it.
I guess maybe if someone will explain it to me, I would understand why you decided to implement the Soul Desert in the way that you did,
Yeah.
or implement that tutorial for Viola in the way that you did, because it's hard for me to understand. But maybe you have a really good reason that if you told me I would understand.
It'd be a footnote in a book from 20 years or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a very strange way of handling it.
Right. So if you had to identify one highlight and one low light so far, what would it be?
My highlight is definitely like my first, like stepping foot into that new planet.
Yeah, that's a great reveal.
I mean, again, beginnings of games are so important. It's kind of like Link in the great waking up and walking out and seeing the Great Plateau. Like those moments you remember forever. Or even Tears of the Kingdom, where like you finally like dive off the Sky Island.
Yes.
So it's like those moments you remember for like the entirety of that game and maybe forever. And this game absolutely killed it within that first 10, 20, 30 minutes of just like making you completely like, immersed in the environment and the story and where you are, who you are. Like you're like, oh, I'm so in. I'm so in on this. I'm so excited to like peel the layers of what's going on here. So yeah, that's definitely my highlight.
Does it seem like the music is a bit more prominent in this game?
It does.
Yeah.
I actually really like it.
It's excellent.
I love like the operatic,
especially
the Fury Green soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's amazing. Like usually it's a little bit more atmospheric, but I think it's cool that they took it.
They put some on Nintendo Music.
They did.
And
then you get a total tonal shift when you go to the Vault Forge, and it becomes like
I like it.
The Doom
very ominous
rock, like the rock
very
opera.
ominous.
Like put the backwards hat on. Samus wears a backwards hat over the helmet. Like it definitely. I like the different tones with the music. It's really cool. Yeah, I love it.
I'd say my early highlight. Yeah, I do think the Vault Forge would be the highlight. Just I'd obviously seen that. I didn't think I realized that was like a completely full playable area. I thought it was just like, somewhere that you would go to get the bike and get out. So I just liked the way that they implemented that. I thought it looked amazing. And again, I liked all the kind of real world thought that went into like how would something like this work. My low light though is also in there where there was a puzzle that I was kind of like stupidly fumbling with. And this was when everything gets electrocuted, so I was down to very little life because I was like trying to brute force something. And then I got into a fight and I died. And the checkpoint took me way back. I was like, wait, how much did I just lose?
You didn't save.
Well, there was no save point. Like the save points are not super frequent.
No.
And I probably lost like 30 minutes of playtime. I was like, wait.
Metroid games.
You didn't record me doing this yet?
Metroid games, though.
Oh, man.
Metroid games. You don't get to do. That's a luxury.
So that makes me a little bit spooked for the rest of the game of like.
Save often.
Well, I save as often as I can, but those rooms are,
sometimes I walk back.
Either one's there or it's not.
Sometimes I walk back, even if the room is far away, just to save because I'm petrified.
Can I get an autosave or something, or a
Metroid game,
a checkpoint or something?
Not unless it's a boss.
So that was my low light, and that was part of why I was here super early because that was like as I was wrapping up last night. That happened. I was like, wait. Oof. All my progress.
No, you were like trying to like play as much as you can too.
I know. I was like, I'll deal with that in the morning.
My low light. I won't even talk about the weird bike tutorial anymore because we just talked about that. But I had a really unfortunate boss fight.
Oh no!
Not boss fight. It was like a mini boss in
Which
the
one?
Vault Forge where.
Silex?
No, you're not supposed to say that.
Why not?
It's a spoiler.
You just said everything here's spoiler free.
I just said it's spoiler free. Yeah. You can't talk about Silex.
Why not? Everybody knows Silex. They made an amiibo of him.
Anyways, so there was this enemy that had like 3 balls around him.
That's kind of annoying.
And also like a lot of like other enemies like flying around him. And you're supposed to use your like psychic beetle. I don't even know what it's called. I just call it that because of Zelda. But it's like that like little beetle thing. And you're supposed to go around and like pop the 3 shieldy things. I was just having a really hard, it was like very tedious. Like every time you would try to do it, like the camera was wonky and then like you would run into the other enemies that were around that enemy. It was like swarmed with a lot of other enemies. And so it was like, you're trying to do that thing where you're like threading the needle. And if you just mess up a tiny bit, it would like reset you.
Yeah.
And it just took me a long time to beat. I found it to be extremely tedious. And so it makes me a little bit worried. And I was already getting a little worried because some of the psychic abilities, you can tell they're like brute forcing you to use them because they want you to, because it's like the new thing in this game.
Yeah.
It's like, we've developed this new gameplay mechanic. Now you have to use it. And it's like, sometimes it's like, it's not that fun, you know? Like some of those psychic abilities, like, it's like, oh, I have to like guide the little thing. Like, it's annoying.
The psychic bomb is one that seems like there's a lot of steps involved.
Yeah,
Like,
press A.
Drop the bomb, pick up the...
It's many more. Y to go into morph ball mode. Hold A to float the bomb. Go into your scan visor. Grab the bomb. Throw the bomb. So it's 4 steps to do like the one tedious thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That thing at the beginning too, when they introduced that, they're like, pick up the mote. I'm like, what the heck is a mote? I don't know what a mote is.
A remote? Pick up the remote?
M-O-T-E. Like, just simply pick up the mote. Like, what are you talking about? What is a mote? Yeah, that beam that you can move around, I find that to be a little finicky because they're often like, oh, press ZL to lock on. It's like, it ain't locking on to anything.
Or it locks onto the other things that you don't want. Because that enemy, again, had like so many other things around it.
Yeah.
No, it took me like 15 minutes to beat that enemy. Simply because I was failing at moving the psychic thing around. I knew exactly what to do. It wasn't going to kill me. I was dodging its attacks. I knew how to avoid it. But it was just so tedious. Because I was like, every time I would get like 2 out of the 3 little balls. Or like, I would get like almost to the last one, and then like the camera would flip out or something. So I don't know. That part was like, I was like, oh, I hope they don't force me to continue. They will to use.
Oh yes, they will.
It just feels like it's very like we made it so you have to use it.
Yeah.
And
do you like the bosses though?
I do.
I do actually as well.
Really, I really do. They're really fun.
Yeah, because you have to use that same move on the first boss.
That wasn't as bad though.
Right.
Because they didn't have those things flying around it, so I wasn't like running into other stuff and losing my like little.
Yeah, it feels very classic Metroid Prime bosses.
Yeah. I did another couple of bosses after that, and I liked all of them so far. They're really fun.
All right.
They're really fun to play. Yeah.
So would you say this feels like a Metroid Prime game to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very much.
Yeah.
I think there are definitely moments where it's very strongly like, you know, any Metroid Prime game. Like, it definitely is not losing that DNA of a Metroid Prime game. But there are also some parts of it where it's like, this is a weird way to do this. Like that whole like Soul Desert thing. It's like, well, this is or the bike tutorial. It's like, this is kind of a weird way to do this. But I don't think it's like, you know, the game in its entirety is not feeling like a different kind of game.
Yeah.
You know?
The bike itself, initially I was like, this is kind of a weird disconnect of it even being in this game. And again, like they've done worse. Like we had one in Zelda, which is even more of a strange thing. But again, going through that stage and again, seeing all of the steps of like how it's made, how it's integrated. Like clearly this is some important part of their society.
It's like technology.
I feel better about it existing.
Yeah.
At least, which maybe I didn't so much going into it.
Yeah. I still don't really love it.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm glad that they explained through that you know, that Volt Forge area why this is here and you know, the technology behind it and the history behind it. That's really cool. I did really appreciate that as well. But it also feels very like tacked on. Like it's like it's like the thought process. Again, there's no as a developer, so I can only make conjectures. But for me, what it feels like the thought process is like, we have all these individual areas that we built that look great. We need a way to connect them. Let's build this desert to connect them. The desert's kind of big and boring. What can we build to make the desert more fun? I know. It'll be cool to put Samus on a motorcycle. Let's do that. So that's kind of what it feels like, and all of it feels like it's a little tacked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't hate... It does not feel stupid to control it. It's fine riding around. It's not like annoying. Like in Cyberpunk, when you drive a car, it's like literally the most annoying, thing ever.
Yeah.
Like you just cannot stand it.
Right.
It's not like that.
Right.
It's fun to ride the motorcycle. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You know. But it definitely does not. It feels tacked on.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think of this interpretation of Samus in this game?
So yeah, this is a really interesting question because at first, you know, I and others had like a very adversarial reaction to Miles and some of the other, Galactic Federation people. And now that I'm playing the game, and I've obviously met Miles and did the Miles part, and I've also met another Federation guy and had an interaction with that person, I now realize the problem is not the Federation people. The problem is Samus.
Oh.
The problem is that when you add other characters into her world, because her character hasn't been developed in a way where she's having these two-way engagements and conversations with people, it's extremely awkward. The reason why Miles, people were so whiplash by him, he has a fun personality. He's like an engineer. He's making these funny jokes. He's like a little bit, quote, nerdy, his words. He is characterized. He has a personality. But the way that he interacts with Samus feels really stupid because he's being like a real person and having emotions and fears and highlights and lowlights. And she's completely stoic.
She's just staring daggers at him.
We don't even know if she's even looking at him behind the visor. We don't even know where her eye line is.
Yeah.
And it's like asking a question to a brick wall. Like he tries to talk to her.
He asks her questions.
And she just kind
of nods. What kind of person wouldn't even just say yes or no?
Yeah.
To that.
It's just a weird way to do that kind of
strange.
Exchange. And she needs him in this game. You need to interact with him. Samus needs to interact with him. He is giving her the upgrades. There's another exchange later where when I found the next upgrade and I bring it back to him and we have he has a whole conversation to Samus about oh my gosh, this technology is so interesting. Look what I discovered. And let me see what you found. And she's just like, and then he's like, let me take that from you. Let me analyze it. And any other person would be like, oh, that is so, I want to see. If I was Sam, I'd be like, let me see what this is. You gonna put that in me? That's so cool, Or whatever the reaction was, she just stands there.
So she's getting into the link zone.
It's bad.
A little too deep into the link zone.
It's pretty bad, actually. Yeah. I don't love it. And then later on, there's another guy that you meet in the next area.
Yeah, who's this?
It's another Federation guy. He's not quippy like Miles, but God, no offense to this person. That is the voice actor for this person, but it's probably one of the worst voice acting I've ever encountered in my entire life. The dialogue is so stilted. It's like, I woke up, no comms, bad leg. No, that is literally what he says. I'm not even exaggerating. You guys go and look at the cutscene. And I was like, huh? And he's like, then he also proceeds to have a whole conversation with Samus where they're looking at this map together and he's talking to her about the map. He's like, okay, here's where this is. You need to get there. I can't walk, so I'm gonna sit here and help you. And she's just blank face, nothing.
Right.
And he's telling her all this stuff, literally having this engaging conversation to himself, basically. And he walks out of there, he's limping, and she's just like, I'm this is such a weird thing. What a weird decision.
She has psychic powers to heal people.
And speaking of the psychic powers, this is the best part. So he walks up to the console where you get the map data for each area, and he's like, yeah, I tried poking around here, but it's locked out or something. I can't get into this. I don't know what this is. And you, of course, have the psychic powers, so you scan it to get the map. And then, of course, you scan it, and the map pops up, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. How did you do that? You unlocked it. That's so neat. And you say nothing. And then he's just proceeds to continue on, you and him look at the map together. I'm like, what a weird characterization of her.
It is weird because they seem to be positioning her as this hero of the Galactic Federation. Obviously, she's associated with them. She's bailing them out. It's basically the NYPD when Tony Stark shows up.
Exactly.
So it's what?
Or like Captain America.
But remember also, where was it we saw, maybe it was on the website, like they're not referring to her as a bounty hunter.
No.
But in the game they refer to her as a bounty hunter. So I'm just very confused of like who is Samus right now?
Well, no, you're not gonna.
And what is her day-to-day like line of business?
That's the failure. The failure is actually not any of these characters.
Yeah.
These characters are actually fine. Like, it's not them at all. Like, they're just living their normal Galactic Federation lives. You know, he's just an engineer. He did sit next to a guy that he didn't like in the office. That happens to all of us. Like, there's nothing wrong with this guy.
Right now.
It might be happening right now, honestly. But like, because it's contrasted against Samus.
Right.
That's where it feels so incredibly strange and out of place. So it's not their fault, it's her fault, honestly. It's the characterization of Samus that's the problem. Which is not what I expected to say, by the way.
It feels like it's gone backwards. It feels like it's gotten worse in some ways. And maybe this is a reaction to something else that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just very confused now about this character and her place in all of this and her relationship with these people.
Me too.
And I don't think, having her do light dialogue or even being monosyllabic, that would be an upgrade from nothing. Like, I think that would be completely
She can at least do the thing that Ben Starr told us about the part acting. She can at least, when he's saying, like, when he's asking her a bunch of questions, she could at least be like, huh.
Yeah.
Or, like, when he's showing her the map, she can at least say, like, yes.
Right.
Like, at least, like, or even, like, okay, let's just say that's too hard to do. We can't do any sort of...
We can't do that.
We can't do any vocal. What about body language, then?
Yeah.
Link at least has some body language.
Right.
I mean, Link, we complain about it. Link being the silent, Zelda turned into a dragon. Oh, and Link is blank-faced. Like, at least have her have some kind of body language. Like, is there some emotion that we can show through the body language? A hand gesture? A head tilt? I don't know. She's in the armor, which is a little hard. Facial expressions are difficult, but it's like you get absolutely. It's like she's a robot, and she's not.
Right.
She's a person.
Right.
So I don't like it that she's a robot. I don't want her to be a robot.
I do like. The only thing we hear from her are these screams of agony. I do like the new voice actress they got for those. It seems painful. Seems like it hurts.
I don't like it.
She's good at selling those.
I didn't like it. It seems so over the top.
I know, but it's like, all right, that probably hurts.
Okay.
So
I guess it's more realistic.
It's something. Gotta take what I can get. But yeah, it seems like this character.
I was like jarred by them.
This character is moving a little bit backwards, and it's maybe in a concerning direction. So hold on. You like Miles McKenzie now? I want to know.
I have no problem with Miles McKenzie.
Really?
No, I don't have any issue with him.
Wow.
I have no issue with him. I actually think he's better than the next guy that you meet. That next guy, that actor or whatever, it's so bad.
Okay.
It is like acting from like 1992 or something. It's like a bad action movie from 1992. It's horrible. I'm like, what is going on? Why is he talking like this?
What do you like about him now?
Miles?
Yeah.
I have no beef with Miles.
Okay.
He was not.
But you don't find him annoying? You don't find his lines cringy? You don't find...
I mean, it's fine.
Because I had the reaction that probably a lot of people at that preview.
I mean, it's definitely cringy, but he's not like he's not always there.
He does go away.
He goes away
for the most part.
Then you have to see him again for every single one of your upgrades.
That's fine. I can live with that.
Exactly. You can live with it.
But that first chunk, he's dying all the time. You got to revive him and all this stuff. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic like.
And he won't shut up.
And like escort quests, I hate those.
Yeah, and then there were some moments where it's like, the moment it's like, okay, do something, and then he immediately tells you what to do. I was like, come on, don't do that. There is a tutorials thing in the options.
Yeah.
If you turn that off, does he just not do that? How does that work?
I don't know. I haven't turned it off.
I didn't either.
He doesn't come on like for a long time after that though.
Right.
Like once you get into Volt Forge, he only comes on like once.
Right. So again, this makes me really question the decision to make him one of
like
the very
front and center.
Make him one of the very prominent parts of the preview. And people pointed this out, like, hey, we may be overreacting. It's like, well, I can only react to what I'm being shown.
Exactly.
And what I'm being shown is this, and they're being tight-lipped about
everything else.
The remainder of the game and characters like this role
and
in that.
Your expectation as a person going into a preview is that this they're going to show me the best of what they got so that I have a good sense of what this game is going to be. That's the whole point of previews.
Yeah.
So if you were going in assuming that they're showing you what they feel is representative of the game, and what you got was that section with Miles, why would you not be concerned? Like people are like, they're overblowing it, they're doing it on purpose. They're not. They're just telling you what they saw, because that is all they saw.
Right.
So I don't understand the backlash on that, but whatever.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I don't like it, but I can definitely live with it because it's over. And it's like the bike tutorial. It's like, all right, well, that was 8 minutes that I didn't exactly love, and was kind of,
but it's over.
Kind of tonally weird, but I did it, and now it's behind me.
Yes.
It's not like, oh gosh, I got 5 more of those to come.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. We don't know. Hopefully.
There's definitely moments where there is like stuff like that. Like there's, in the first part you go through Fury Green, you're like, wow, this is amazing. And then you get Miles and whatever. So he's a little annoying. Then he goes away and you're like, oh, phew, I'm over that. That's great. You get to the Volt Forge and you're like, oh, this is neat. Like I'm scanning, this is cool. Like, I'm learning about this viola. Awesome. Like this is an interesting little, history lesson on this technology. And then you're like, that's neat. And then you, bam, they hit you with that weird tutorial with the bike. And you're like, oh, why'd they do that? And then you're like, okay, then now it's over. And then you like do another thing that you love. And then another thing that you don't love pops up. And then you're like, okay, fine. So it's very up and down is the thing. There's some inconsistency.
Just like the review said.
In the experience. Yeah, very up and down. But yeah, my biggest realization is that, the character of Samus is taking a step backwards.
Yeah.
And I was pretty disappointed in that, honestly. Yeah. Because I love Samus.
Back to the desert.
Yeah.
You've spent a lot more time there than I have. So can you say, is anything interesting that you did there? Did you do any of those shrines?
I cannot get into the shrines.
Oh, you couldn't get in even?
Well, I got to one of them, and it was like, you need this element to open it.
I don't know how many of these there are.
I ran into 2 of them, and I couldn't get into either one.
Again, I found one, and I was able to get in. It was just one of those, like, move the rock kind of things. And then I got in, and I was like, I think I'm not equipped to get the
thing that's in there?
The thing at the end.
Yeah.
There are more green rocks, and I got those, and then I just left. So.
Okay. It's really boring in there.
There's some enemies.
Yeah, so?
Are there any, like, boss level enemies that you can encounter and fight on the bike? No, not really.
I rode around
those
the whole
dogs, thing. Those night dogs that you see in the trailers, those howling dogs.
No.
You haven't found them?
Well, I found the dogs in a different area. I did not like killing those dogs.
Okay.
That was not fun for me.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy that.
Okay.
That was really sad for puppies.
As our resident story lover, what you've seen so far of the story, is it making sense? Is it something you're engaging with?
Yeah, I think the premise makes sense. It seems like there was something weird with that psychic artifact.
Whatever that was.
That you were trying to protect, which, and then that did something to everybody that was there. And then you're now on this planet. I am interested in, like, why this planet is basically not on any star charts and like.
So is that it's like a dead civilization basically, and they're trying to get their knowledge off of it is the idea, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the planet collapses, as it does in many Metroid games.
No. Oh, the timer. Yes.
The timer will. And you're like,
stupidly running.
We don't even know if my gunship is around.
In the wrong direction. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know where the gunship is. Because you land and you're not with the ship anymore, your own ship anymore. Huh?
Okay.
So yeah, no, I understand the premise. I'm interested in this mysterious planet. Obviously, it's very interesting that it's like I try to send a distress signal out, but like we're nowhere, so I don't know what's going on. That's pretty cool. Maybe it's like some sort of like cloaked or I don't know. I hope they don't do a timeline thing because that's annoying. That's a cheap way to do it. Where they're like, you're in an alternate universe.
You're in the past
or you're
something.
in the like you're in a different time.
This planet blew up a million years ago.
Yeah, I don't like when they do stuff like that. So I hope they don't do that. But yeah, that's very interesting. This ancient civilization seems interesting as well. Like you're learning as you go. It is similar to how Samus encounters like the Chozo and stuff like that. So that part of I do kind of miss the Chozo, but that's fine. It's fun to get to know a different civilization as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So far, it's interesting enough, and these are not games that I come to really to put the story first. It's just I need enough to let me know what I'm doing and not get in the way. So I'm totally fine with what there is so far.
Yeah, yeah. I hope the story's a little bit deeper this time. Like they have such a rich, they have a lot of richness to work with. Like I just hope that they use it all. It's a lot of cool things to pull from to build a really cool narrative.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far I'm liking it.
All right. You've asked me a number of times about the controls and whether you can do something, and I don't exactly know what you're saying, so I'm going to let you say it to the good people watching, and maybe they can leave a comment to help you out, because I don't have a clue.
I'm doing the dual stick controls.
Yes.
And yeah, I like it. I was trying to figure out, like, for the dual stick controls, can you also, because you look around with right stick, but I was wondering if you could also look around using the motion controls.
So you want to be able to look around with both.
Yes. But I don't think you can do that, right?
Well, what would be your primary way of doing it? Why do you need both?
I don't know, just sometimes
because the other one is all motion.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I don't like that one either.
Yeah.
Then why do you want that?
I don't know, I just like the option.
Because you can do that once you aim.
Once you lock on, then you can do it, but not
So how is that not enough?
Sometimes I don't aim. Sometimes I just shoot into the wild, and I just want.
Well, you can just do the other stick.
I know.
But you want to do motion for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to have the option.
Okay.
I wanted to do both. But I don't think you can, right? I was just asking you if it's possible.
There seem to be a lot of things in the options for this game that I have not completely tinkered with, so I think it's best to put that out there for the listeners
but
to
I am
consider.
using dual stick.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Have you tried mouse?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Oh. I tried it briefly, and it was, we tried it at Gamescom on the big desk with the stuff, and that's the perfect way. I don't think it's something I would want to play, at home, not having that set up. So it's like, it works. We know it works well. I don't think I'd want to play this whole game that way. But so I'm doing the same one that you are, the dual stick.
The dual stick, yeah.
I will say, as somebody who needs to invert the y-axis, there's a lot of different boxes you need to tick to invert everything.
It's all the axes.
It's like, invert your look, yes. Invert your shot, yes. There's some other thing. It's like they're all separate boxes. Why
can't they just say one to invert?
I don't know.
Did you figure it out at the end?
Yes,
and
but
it is comfortable now?
It was like, wait a minute, this isn't going the right way.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, I did see that someone else was saying the same thing. They were trying to invert, and they were like, oh, why is there so many different ways to click to invert this?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I have been also playing... I did try it in like TV mode just to look at it for a bit, but playing handheld mode has been really good so far.
Yeah.
Still looks really, really nice in handheld mode. Still runs really well in handheld mode. So I think technically, like, this game is pretty much perfect.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
No notes.
Right. So aside from that boss that you had to aim that shot, are you finding the game hard at all?
No. I think I'm playing on normal, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you cannot play on hard right now. You have to unlock hard, I think. And there is an easy mode.
Right.
And I'm finding it to be pretty good. Like, I'm not finding it to be too easy. Like, oh, this is a walk in the park.
Right.
I definitely challenged at times. That boss wasn't hard. It was just annoying.
Right.
Like, I wasn't dying. I was just, like, slowly killing him because it was annoying to use that mechanic. But I have not found any of the boss fights to be like, oh my gosh, already it's impossible to, to beat this boss.
Right.
I'm sure it's going to get a lot harder, obviously.
Right.
So far, so good.
So what would you say is like the main thing you're looking forward to for the rest of the game?
I think discovering more environments and areas, because those are always like beautiful showpieces. I have had to go into the flare pool, which is the lava area, and now I am in like deep in the ice area. I'm probably almost done with the ice area, honestly. So I'm getting close to the end there. Really interesting, cool, very.
Any other interesting powers you've gotten ahead of where I am?
Yes, I've gotten some new powers. Do you want me to? No, I don't want to spoil it for you. I won't tell you. I'll tell you, or maybe
tell me later.
I'll tell you later
okay,
if you want to know. I have gotten many new powers, and you get both psychic powers, and you also get, chip upgrades that for your arm cannon, that you'll need Miles to help you like program into your arm cannon. So you're getting kind of like two kinds of powers throughout throughout your explorations. That's kind of neat. And yeah, so far I really love like discovering the new environments and stuff. So yeah, I'm wondering what else is left, because there's like 5.
You basically finished the game. In
No.
classic Krysta fashion, you're basically done.
See, there's 5 keys you
Record
need
the
to get.
spoiler cast tomorrow.
Let's do it. You need 5 keys, right? They said.
You need 5 of a lot of things.
You need 5 of the keys. So there's 4 areas right now that I know has keys in it, or 2 areas I already got the keys in, the Fury Green and the Volt Forge, and then there's Flare Pool and Ice Belt that both have keys that I'm working on the one for the Ice Belt right now. And then I wonder what the 5th area is. Maybe that unlocks later.
Okay. Yeah, I really just have some kind of nuts and bolts questions. Again, I just got to the desert, so even if there is literally nothing there, I want to see for myself.
Yeah, of course. You have to drive around.
So I want to do that, and it does seem like a pretty big area of just total volume. So I'll look at that, and then also I haven't had a reason or an opportunity to go back to areas that I had been to before.
Yeah.
So, and it sounds like I will. So I just want to see like what that experience is. Like, is there substantially more in those areas to see that I haven't gotten to before? Just kind of relating back to some of those earlier games. And the backtracking, the Metroidvania-ness of it all is a question that I have.
You definitely will, like when you go back to Fury Green with your new stuff, you'll find some other things in there. I did that. Like I found like a few more like, missile upgrades and energy tanks and things like that.
Right. So it sounds like you mostly overall agree with what these reviews are saying.
I would absolutely agree with what these reviews are saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like an 8 is maybe a bit on the harsh side, but again, I'm not as far along as you. I haven't seen as many things, so I definitely will revise that if I need to. But I don't know, so far I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good so far. I'm, really enjoying my time in the game, and obviously there's some areas that I don't love as much, but most of the areas I really love.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that a lot of the reviews literally said that. So they seem very fair in their assessment of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing we want to talk about is this weirdness with the amiibo, where they, again, didn't really even announce everything that these things do until the last second. And I should say, everything that they do sounds as if there's a lot that they do. There's not.
But there really isn't.
There's not. So the Samus and Viola one unlocks some skins for Viola. The Samus one that we have, that lets you play different music while you're riding around Viola. They literally call it Viola Radio. And then the Silex...
Like Jet Set Radio?
The Silex one, I guess, unlocks some sort of a flashback scene, some sort of a cutscene. We don't have that one. Watch it on YouTube. I don't know.
What a silly...
That seems really...
silly thing.
Lame. The one that people seem upset about is the one that we have of like, hey, that seems like a pretty basic feature to let people listen to some music versus just the silence of the desert. I kind of agree. It just seems like they were really grasping at straws.
For what the amiibo should unlock?
Right.
What the amiibo functionality should be.
Yes. What can we do with this?
I was confused by that as well. And I wasn't sure, like when people were talking about this, I hadn't gotten to the desert yet, so I wasn't exactly sure, like,
what's it like there?
What's it like there?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then once I got there, I agree. And I scanned your amiibo today, so now I do have the music, but it is pretty like empty and boring. So yeah, it's literally like commuting to work on Viola when you're going between those areas, and like think about commuting to work in silence.
You need to subscribe to Viola Radio.
You need to subscribe to like the Miles McKenzie podcast.
Even an
or
ancient
something.
alien's got to make a buck.
Yeah, you need some entertainment for your commute, and it's weird to have that locked behind the amiibo. Some people maybe were saying that eventually you can unlock a radio naturally through the game. Maybe that just comes later. I don't know. because I haven't gotten there yet.
The other thing that I thought was weird
But-
was, so when I got the game, I scanned it as soon as I could. But then today, now that I got to the radio, I was like, okay, let me turn on this radio. And I couldn't do it. And then I went back to the Amiibo menu, and the Amiibo was grayed out. So I had to scan it again. So I'm like,
Maybe because you didn't get Viola yet.
do I have to do this every single day? The game's only been out for 2 days, so I don't know. But that would sure be dumb. If I,
Oh, but then what about me? No
well,
radio for me unless
you
I
find
scan
out,
every day?
You find out tomorrow. I don't know. This is how they get you to buy an Amiibo and not share it with me. I don't know.
Oh, that would be dumb.
But why did it not just remember that I had scanned it yesterday?
I thought it was like a one and done.
Whether I had it or not. It should be. I don't know.
Like, I scan it once, I get the radio forever.
I don't know. We could be misunderstanding this, but...
Yeah. And then there is only 4 songs right now. It's just for the songs
I think
at
it's-
the areas that you've visited. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
We don't know.
It seems
like it is.
Those were the places that I had been, so I'm assuming you get more
Yeah.
the more you visit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll just play the Fury Green music the whole time.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Sure.
I love it.
So, yeah, I mean, they really are just phoning in some of this Amiibo stuff these days.
Well, also, if it's a feature that would greatly improve your experience, if you're going to be driving through that desert on a horse with no name all the time, you
Right.
know, you should make it as fun of an experience as possible for people. So maybe adding and locking the music behind a $30 Amiibo is not the vibe here.
Right.
Kind of a dumb thing to do.
I mean, I kind of think it's worse than, like, people got mad about, like, oh, they announced DLC before the game is out. I think
Yeah.
it's bad to sell the Amiibo and not tell people what it is, because an Amiibo can sell out. Like, DLC,
Yeah.
you can always buy. You think, fine, I'm not going to buy it. I'll buy it when the
That's
game
true.
comes out.
I
Like,
didn't
this
think
Amiibo like could be sold out by the time.
And now you have to ride in silence.
And then it's like, okay, now I have to pay more for this, or now I can't get this thing that's
Yeah.
a basic feature. Like, that stinks. They need to work through this.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Our Patreon community is popping off with opinions on the game. Let's listen to a few. Let's start with Superstar Kyle LaBeouf. This is the first Metroid game I've really been able to get into. I bounced off Metroid Prime Remastered and Metroid Dread, but this game has a feeling that's evocative of Ocarina of Time as well as the Halo games in some complementary ways. I've also been enjoying the mouse mode. I have a desk set up with a mouse mat, so it's easy for me to take advantage of the mouse mode, especially with a special mouse grip for the Joy-Con to make it more ergonomically comfortable. Lastly, this is easily Nintendo's most impressive visual tech to date. The game is stunning and performs near flawlessly both in the 1080p 120 FPS mode and the 4K 60 FPS modes. I am really enjoying my time so far.
Nice.
Christian Nordenstrom says, first impressions are awesome. I know there's some debate on character choices and even how the story is, but there's one thing we can agree on, the game is beautiful.
Yes.
You can really see the time gap we've had since Corruption, and that alone makes me so happy. While it's only day one and I have much more to go, I'm excited to continue, and I hope everyone else is able to enjoy it too, and I hope our Vista King can appreciate the scenery too. I certainly do.
The vistas are amazing.
Lastly, C says, I like it so far, but I'd say the 8 out of 10 Metacritic score is accurate. It's a well-made game with a talented enough team behind it, but I feel like they don't totally understand what Metroid is, and it saddens me to say that about Retro Studios, but it's clear to me that a lot of the original trilogy staff are no longer there. The game is very linear, and the big empty desert serving as the central hub just ain't it. Same with the NPCs. I had hoped Miles wouldn't be that bad, but I was very annoyed by his chatter. I'm curious if these were Nintendo mandates that Retro struggled to implement or what. I look forward to investigative YouTubers digging into this game's troubled development. The highlights for me have been the environmental design, the boss fights, and especially the soundtrack. Honestly, the soundtrack alone makes the wait for this game worth it. It is that good. I think ultimately I will enjoy my time with this game, but I also don't really want to see the Prime series continue in this direction because I know it can be better than this. I see why people struggle to score this game. There are lots of highs and lows.
I totally agree with this person. I think he hit the nail on the head. Definitely a lot of highs and lows.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, there's plenty more to come about
Yes.
Metroid Prime 4, most notably our spoiler cast.
That's going to be a good one. I can't wait.
Which is going to be coming whenever we finish this game.
Yes.
And that's, of course, exclusive to Patreon, so get ready.
I can't wait. I'm going to go off on this game in the spoiler cast.
What do you mean?
It's going to be awesome.
Go off on what?
Everything.
Okay. Well, there are actually a lot more games that we have been playing in the days leading up to Metroid Prime 4 that we want to talk about. But first, we have another great sponsor to shout out. This episode is sponsored by Raycon, and we are talking about the Raycon Essential Open Earbuds, which are the perfect holiday gift. We talk a lot about the Raycon everyday earbuds, but this is something a little bit different.
It is. These are really cool. So these are open earbuds. So basically they have a little loop that goes around your ear, and the earbud part doesn't go into your ear hole. It just kind of sits on top. And the benefit of that is that you can really, be aware of your surroundings. Like I actually have a friend that only uses these open earbuds because she lives in, we both live in San Francisco, and she is nervous about not being aware of her surroundings in the city, and that's totally fair. Like, you don't want to be caught unaware with your earbuds in.
If you're crossing the street or something.
Yeah, or like someone comes up behind you, God forbid.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
You just want to be aware of your surroundings. And that's what these open earbuds can do. And it's like you can still hear your audio perfectly. You still have, the benefits of being able to take a walk with headphones on or earbuds in, but you definitely have like the the peace of mind of like, you can be aware of your surroundings as well.
Yes.
Which is really nice.
They sent us these, they're very comfortable, they stay on, and it is a very different experience from a fully in the ear earbud, but the sound still is great, and I could still hear what you were doing around here as well.
Exactly.
So, interesting new approach to an earbud.
Yeah.
So, the Essential Open Earbuds are here for the holiday season, and they're selling fast. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this holiday season. Go to buyraycon.com/KitandKrystaOpen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late.
That's very nice. Very nice indeed. We'll put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan, and also in the description below.
Yes, we have, 5 other games.
Wow.
That we are playing. Our last episode was the pre-Thanksgiving episode. We didn't do games we're playing, so there's a bit of stuff that has built up.
Yeah.
Something else that was a big release on Switch 2 this week was the Switch 2 version of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which Ubisoft sent over to us, and I was very excited to dig into. And this is a great one since I just came back from Japan. I was really
perfect.
itching for it. And Ubisoft had a great success with the Switch 2 version of Star Wars Outlaws, so I was just curious to see how this one would stack up. And they're pretty different games. I should say, like, Assassin's Creed Shadows is like a proper, like, all the way next gen
PS5
game, like knock your socks off visually on a PS5.
Yes.
Really doing some impressive stuff. So I was like, oh, this might be tough, but they mostly did it. I'm pretty impressed. Mostly, I'm pretty impressed with this version. I think in TV mode, it is pretty sharp. You can see where they did have to make some trade-offs. Like, there's some stuff like shadows and like reflections in the water, stuff that I don't really get too worked up over. That's the TV mode experience. I think it is 30 frames per second either way, handheld or on TV. That is a difference from 60, but it is a pretty smooth 30. Again, we talk about like there's differences in quality even at the same frame rate. I think this is totally fine from a frame rate perspective. Handheld mode I found to be a bit like soft in terms of the picture. It actually reminded me of when I was playing The Witcher 3 on the original Switch, which is a game that I played to completion on the Switch and really enjoyed. It was a completely playable version, but there were some times it's like, all right, I might want this to be a little bit sharper at times. But the good news is, like, the frame rate does not take a hit. They did not seemingly have to like really reduce what was in the environment or anything like that.
Like details.
Right, the detail of the environment. It's like, they just kind of dropped the resolution. So again, this is a pretty like intense game in the first place. So I can understand like how they arrived at this being the best implementation. I do think that if I'm going to finish this game, it's going to be on this just because of the additional portability and flexibility of playing. One thing I will say, and this is such an amazing feature that Ubisoft has, you saw me do this.
Incredible.
So after we were here and we got the code and I installed the game and I booted it up and my save from the PS5 was
just there.
Was already in waiting for me to load.
You did not have to do anything. It said right there your save file. You had put in like 25 hours into your PS5 save. You didn't do a single thing. It was just there.
I didn't have to log into Ubisoft Connect or whatever that's called. I didn't have to go back to my PS5 and upload it.
And we just popped in your game.
It was just there.
Looked at your map. All your save stuff was there. All your old checkpoints were there. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
So that's great. And even like, there's a couple other games that had, like Cyberpunk had this. It was a bit more work for Cyberpunk where I had to go back to the PS5 and upload it and do some sort of make an account and whatever. Right. Like this is the best implementation I've seen of this. Where the save was just literally there.
I think this. I will always play a game if that save transfer is
it's a
easy
really
to
great,
do.
It's a really great feature.
It's a feature that you shouldn't sleep on.
You keep asking me about Elden Ring. Like, is that Switch version of Elden Ring going to have this? Like, I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Ubisoft. Everyone should learn from Ubisoft on this particular feature.
This is a great feature, yes.
Because I think it's important. And if they would be able to carry over my original Elden Ring save, ooh, baby. That would be great.
Yeah, so, obviously people are focused on the tech side of things because it's just curious how they did it. And there's also, there's the digital foundries and all those people have done videos on this. But, should say, like, this is a really good game, too.
Yeah.
Very similar to Ghost of Yotei in a lot of ways. Like, the premise of the game is almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
But in this game, you're playing as these two different characters. Mm-hmm. One is more of like a fast ninja. One's more like a more powerful samurai. That's an interesting dynamic.
Interesting story.
Story's
Very
cool.
Interesting
like
story.
A lot of effort into recreating this kind of old Japan. It is fun to go to like certain areas and like go to certain landmarks. So let's see what old Kyoto is like, and that's a lot of fun. We both really like Assassin's Creed in the first place, so like we were immediately sold. But I hope they keep bringing more Assassin's Creed to the Switch too. There's like rumor or maybe leaks of like the pirate one they're doing a remake of. I hope that comes over.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Because I do think there's an audience for this game on the Switch 2 platform. And this is a really good version of this game. So I hope people check it out.
Nice.
We both got on the Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So now,
good deal.
So now you can say you've played all of Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards
nominees.
GOTY finalists, nominees.
GOTY nominees I've played and pretty much beat.
You beat Kingdom Come Deliverance 2?
No.
Oh.
I said most of them I beat.
You did?
I did not beat Kingdom Come
You
Deliverance.
basically, in Krysta fashion, you basically finished it though.
No, I didn't say I beat that one. I beat almost all the other ones though.
Okay. Well, what do you think of this?
I like this.
What is this?
This is like a very crunchy medieval RPG where you pretty much like a lot of games, a lot of RPGs, you take certain things for granted. Like your character may not always need to eat food. But for example, in this game, you have to like constantly eat. If you get hungry, you start to like lose health, and you have to like clean yourself, which is a very uninteresting.
They were doing that back then?
Smelly. This game looks
What happens if you don't
stinky.
wash?
If you don't wash, then people don't take you seriously.
You get stink lines? Can you see stink lines?
Well, no one wants to talk to you because you're gross and covered in blood and dirt.
If you're the stinkiest guy in medieval Europe, there's some
issue. You need medical help.
Something's gone really wrong.
You need to get leeched.
That's a high bar.
Yeah.
You need to get leeched.
You need to get leeched.
Even the leeches want nothing to do with it.
The leeches they just fall off. So it's like very crunchy in that way, where like there's everything you have to do yourself. Like you have to make sure your humanness is very like in play here. You have to make sure you eat. You have to make sure you're bandaging yourself if you get hurt. You have to make sure you're clean. Your clothes wear out. Your
clothes wear out?
Yeah, like your boots will wear out if you use them too much. Or like your clothes will become like threadbare if you
threadbare undergarments in the Middle Ages?
Yes.
From stink?
Because you're smelly.
Oh man, it was tough back then.
It's tough. It's a tough life.
Yeah.
They really make you realize how tough it is in medieval England. or medieval.
You keep calling it medieval.
It's like Hungary.
It's really not.
It's Hungary.
It's like Central Europe.
Yeah, it's like Czech Republic.
But it's pretty rooted in like real history.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Yes.
It's like a real time and place. A real war is happening.
You're the history buff.
I know.
So what do we need to know about this?
I'm telling you right now. You need to listen.
England, apparently.
Medieval
Europe is just England.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
According to Krysta.
No, you're spreading lies about me. You play as this one character who's like the squire to this like real annoying like wannabe knight. And you guys you're on a mission to do some stuff, and of course something goes wrong, and it goes on from there. And I was joking around because I was like, you know what this game is like a very realistic fantasy life, because what you're doing is a lot of those like jobs that you would do in fantasy life. Like I learned how to be an alchemist, and I had to like make my own health potion, and it was literally like a little mini game where you like put in the little thing, grind the ingredients, and then you have to learn how to like cook to like make yourself food and stuff like that, so you can like have.
You have to do all these things.
You don't have to,
No.
but it makes your life a lot easier.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it really is kind of like realistic.
How is that on the tedium scale?
Not tedious.
Not
it's
tedious.
fun. That's
Okay.
like what the game is. It's
So
like how it's fantasy life.
There's
There's
like a little mini game or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very realistic. It's like take the ingredients, put it in the pot, boil it. Okay, pour it out. Mortar pestle. Like every
What
step.
kind of medieval foods are you cooking?
I only have like bread and cheese and apples.
Oh.
So I did fry up some bacon.
Oh, all right.
I cooked my slab of bacon over a fire.
That's prime living back then.
So that I could have like cooked
Oh my
bacon,
gosh.
which was a little bit more nutritious than the raw.
You were eating raw bacon?
I was eating what I could because I was hungry and dirty. I killed a man, and so I was covered in blood. I killed it with a shovel because I had no weapons. The shovel had like horse poop on it, so that wasn't great. And then I buried him, and I was dirty from that. And so then I had to go and like wash myself in the river. No, in a horse trough is where I washed myself, which I don't think is that clean.
I don't think that's clean at all. That's not the river.
Then I went to town, and now my quest is like...
You went to town on some raw bacon.
I went to town, and I don't think anyone likes me. Because I smell.
That's quite a story you just told.
And then someone was like, oh, I met this guy that was like, you can sleep in the barn. And then I was like, oh. And I couldn't find the barn, but I found this empty bed. And I went up and I slept in the empty bed. And then like in the middle of the night, someone was like, hey, get out of my bed. And I had to wake up. What's so funny? This literally happened to me.
That's amazing.
And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I shambled out of the bed. And then I went outside. It was like 2:00 in the morning. And then I was like wandering around trying to look for the barn. And the guard came and was like, you can't be walking around here without a torch. I was like, what? I didn't know how to turn my torch on.
Oh.
But then I figured it out because he was going to like arrest me. And I didn't want to go to jail for not carrying a torch. Yeah. But then I got the torch. I found the barn. I went to sleep.
Oh, good.
Everything was okay.
Thank goodness. Wow, that sounds like goatee material to me. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
That sounds pretty fun.
I only stopped playing because Metroid came out.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Wow. Okay.
I was very bad at the game.
Okay.
Because I was dirty and hungry. And I was asked to do something, and I was like, I failed at it, and I didn't know you could fail. I didn't know that like if time passed and you didn't do it, you basically fail it. I was like, oh. So now I don't know what to do next. Now I'm like kind of in a bit of a rut.
Yeah,
I just learned blacksmithing too. That's another little mini game.
When we did the TGA predictions video, we erroneously said that this game was only on a PC, which was very wrong because you got it on PS5.
Yes. Someone set me straight immediately, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I wanted to play it. But yes, it is on PS5, which is where I'm playing it. I got it on sale for $40. I don't know if it's still on sale, but I thought that was a pretty good price, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Did you get any other Black Friday things? No? Oh, I got a couple, and whenever we're done with Metroid, I imagine we'll have a bit of a lull.
Yeah.
And I've got that, Kingdom Come, I've got
Death
Stranding 2 I got on Black Friday, and the other Black Friday I got was the Silent Hill 2 remake. Ooh. So I'd like to at least check out all three, but maybe pick one of those to really...
Can you please play Death Stranding 2?
Sink my teeth into?
Can you please play and beat that game, please? Please. It's so good.
I'll consider it.
It's so
I'll take it under advisement. Thank you very much. I got sent Marvel Cosmic Invasion as the resident beat 'em up guy here. So this is a beat 'em up. This is from the team. I'm not sure if it's some of the same people, maybe behind the Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Obviously featuring Marvel characters. And it's a very similar game to that in terms of just like the gameplay, the look. It feels very familiar if you have played that game, which means it's very solid.
Yeah.
It is interesting to play this in comparison now that we've played Absalom, which it kind of introduces some new things to the beat 'em up formula and gives you like more incentives to do different runs or change up your characters. There's a lot of characters in this, and I appreciate that they have some deeper cuts. It's like, well, yeah, we got Wolverine and Spider-Man, obviously, but they also have like, do you know? I bet you don't. Beta Ray Bill?
I do.
Oh, perfect.
But you know why?
Why?
Because I play Marvel Snap.
You know all these characters
I know
from Marvel
all these
Snap.
characters.
Yes. So Beta Ray Bill is like a variation of Thor, who's from outer space.
He has a hammer too.
Yeah, this is it's Cosmic Invasion, so they lean a bit more towards like the cosmic side of things. But they've also got like, I mean, they got Captain America, they got X-Men, they got all these other people. But also something, I was like, I maybe wouldn't have chosen that, but interesting. They all have pretty interesting movesets. It's always fun to see like how some of these classic characters play. Like Wolverine, like he's got some move where he just jumps on a guy and just starts stabbing away, and Spider-Man's obviously swinging around.
Yeah,
which is fun. It's just interesting to play it now with that game. In the rearview mirror of like, wow, there's this higher.
There's more that you can do.
There's more that you can do with a beat 'em up. That was a very eye-opening experience. But that said, this game is really solid. Really great depiction of those characters. Really great to see them in action. Obviously, it's got all sorts of multiplayer options. So I think this is, probably like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 kind of game, but very similar to the Ninja Turtles game if you played that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You have been fully immersed in the world of Ball Pit.
It's all your fault.
Why?
Because we played...
It's your own fault.
We had that gameplay video. We played Absalom and Ball Pit.
Yes.
And I immediately got sucked into the Ball Pit. And then I immediately bought Ball Pit when I got home that day after playing with you. And now I can't stop playing Ball Pit.
But you finished it now.
I did finish Ball Pit.
Okay, so that's how it stops.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
That I beat this game? It's crazy.
It's great.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is so cool that they announced DLC for this.
Yes, they did.
I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it's later next year.
Are those free updates? I can't remember.
I'll happily pay. Great game.
Either way.
And also it was not very expensive to
Either way, we'll check it out, yes.
But yeah, what an ingenious way to create something new out of that breakout, that literally that game breakout, of bouncing a ball off of stuff. And I just think it's so imaginative, like what they did with this game, like with all the different characters and their different ball styles.
There's a lot of characters. What are some of the more zany characters that you found?
Some of them are for gaffes, I think, right? You were saying.
Not really meant.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like some sort of a sicko. You're probably not like maining these characters.
But the ones that I'm maining, like, is the juggler. I love the juggler.
Okay,
so the juggler fires like a ball in an arc. Oh. His baby ball is out in an arc, and it also bounces off the bottom. So
it goes back up.
Boop, boop. Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's really cool. And now I have the ability to bring 2 people in.
I got that. Yeah.
Right. So I always partner the juggler and the merchant. The merchant starts with a vampire ball, and I'm a sucker for leveling up and fusing my vampire balls. Yeah. I love fusing my vampire balls with the cell.
Oh.
And that ball is it looks like a cell, and it just starts to multiply. So then you have
a lot of
millions of vampire balls that are just everywhere. That's really fun. That's very satisfying. Every little mechanic they have in that game is so clever. It's like they have the obviously the different balls. They have the fusion, the evolution, where the balls can merge together and change into something different. They also have that hub world where you could level up your characters and build.
You said you had some trick for that.
Yeah,
What
I figured out a way
What was
to
your
very
trick?
cleverly lay out my buildings
What
in
did you
these
do?
in these different rows, so that when I shoot my people, it would just like pinball, and every building gets hit.
Well, how'd you do it?
I can show it to you.
Oh, can you describe it?
It's like I basically they're in rows with like little gaps in between, and I usually fill those gaps with rocks, the rock like crop thing, so that they basically can pinball off of a lot of things. So now I basically can construct a new building in one harvest.
Oh, wow.
Like completely.
That's
and then,
pretty
like,
cool.
Or like upgrade a building in one harvest. So, yeah, I'm really into.
Do you prefer this or Vampire Survivors?
This?
Did you get that deep into Vampire Survivors?
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
I didn't blink for like months.
But you think there's a lot in common, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I love games like this. I'm a sucker for games like this. Any kind of roguelike.
Did you ever do pachinko in real life? When you went in Japan, did you ever do that? You haven't done it.
I don't think so.
I'm a little concerned.
I don't think
if
I
we
should.
did. I don't think we should either.
It might be.
Next time we go, I'm going to steer you away
Might
from
be a slippery.
the
It's
pachinko.
too loud in there.
It is very.
My problem is it's too loud.
That's the worst sound in the world.
It is the worst sound in the world.
Sometimes you just be walking around and the door will open. It's
It's like.
like, oh, what's happening in there? I'm going to keep walking.
It's very jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too loud. But I'm a sucker. This is why I like a game like Hades 2. And I sunk like 200 hours into that game because I couldn't stop.
We both. It's funny we didn't have a chance to talk about this game, but Kirby Air Riders is at the bottom of our list here.
Not in our hearts, though.
No. But when this game came out, we didn't have a chance to properly talk about it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the full game?
It's great. It's so fun. I love this game. And we've been playing it a lot with our community, and we'll continue to do that. But that is literally the perfect multiplayer game. Like, we were playing it with all the people in our community, and we had like our little like paddock, you know, and everyone was hanging out. We were like sitting around taking photos and then playing, and then we did like, you know, a bunch of city trial and racing. It's so fun. It's so much fun. It's chaotic and crazy, and it looks beautiful, but this is just the perfect multiplayer game.
Yeah. I played a lot on my flight to Japan. I was like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play through this road trip mode to completion.
It's boring.
And I couldn't do it because it just kept going, and I just kind of started to lose steam.
I lost interest like quick on that.
And some of the challenges they started to give me felt a little cheap.
Yeah, so cheap.
I was like, and people are not going to like this. When I finished a stage and I got the cutscene, I did what I do in Diablo and I just skipped it. Because I didn't care.
You don't care.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks nice. Anyway, back to the road trip.
Oh, wow. You really don't care about this story.
I did not care. This is a game that I really see myself playing in multiplayer scenarios.
Me too.
But not really by myself too
I play
much.
it online.
Yeah,
in multiplayer
exactly,
scenarios.
right.
Yeah, I play like a lot of city trials.
Like, it was amazing when we did our Patreon meetup.
So fun.
Incredible game.
We were like, we just play this game for the rest of the year.
And it'll be returning at some point for those.
Yeah.
But in terms of having like a lot of staying power of like individual sessions where it's like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play this all night, this probably is not that kind of game.
It's not. And it never
that's
really
fine.
was to begin with.
Well, might be for some people, I don't know.
Oh, okay. It wasn't for me, at least. It was just like a, you know.
Because we had some experts in our midst.
Yes, we did.
Like,
Some people,
again, the skill levels are significant.
I do like all
game.
the different customizable machines or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
We saw some
can do a
cool
lot.
ones in our meetup too. There was one that looked like what did it? It was like a Triforce Zelda themed one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They did take down the bikini chef.
Bikini Kawasaki?
Kawasaki.
Yeah,
is
that's
gone.
too bad.
So sexy.
Fully clothed.
I think it's great. Why can't we keep it?
What was the problem? Can you
What was
explain
the
it?
problem?
Can you explain?
I would love them
In
to
detail,
explain.
can you explain what the problem
What the
was?
problem was.
I'd like to know.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
Don't body shame Chef Kawasaki
Fully
just
clothed.
because he was a chef and he eats food.
Listen, we've seen what people usually make when they're given these sorts of tools. This is a great move in the right direction.
This is a great amount of restraint,
Yes.
honestly. Because you could be writing something else, okay? Moving on.
Okay, time for the news. Play the music. The cleansing music, yes. Got a couple news stories. This happened. Did this happen on Thanksgiving?
Maybe.
This happened.
I did not. I was not paying attention.
Either on Thanksgiving.
During Thanksgiving.
You were 3 sheets on Thanksgiving.
No, I was eating turkey.
Or right around Thanksgiving. So Nintendo has acquired Bandai Namco Singapore studio for the very low price of $770,000 US. Did you see this?
Cheap. That's like you can't even buy a house for that price.
That's nothing.
That's
yeah,
nothing.
gosh.
We should have bought Bandai Namco.
Hey, I didn't know what's out there. So
that's a steal.
Nintendo put out this announcement where they kind of talk. It's very like financially oriented, and they kind of talk about like, here's what we're doing and here's why. So they talk about, they're doing it for the purpose of strengthening its development structure. They say it's a development company with strong expertise in creating in-game art assets, and it's already worked on a number of Nintendo games. It worked on the Splatoon series. Obviously has this ongoing relationship with Nintendo, and already Nintendo, I mean, gosh, like Bandai Namco seems like it's right. That's Nintendo's right-hand studio right now, and Nintendo is very heavily invested in Bandai Namco, like to a pretty high degree.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what has happened with these two.
If they just would acquire it all
partners.
together.
I don't know.
No.
I mean,
no.
Why bother when
why
you
bother?
you
why
can
bother?
already get them to work on the bits and pieces
of that thing that you need them to do.
And I don't know, Bandai. I mean, they're that's another like very diversified company.
Yeah.
Beyond just the games. Like
they have so much stuff.
They're making these Gundams. They're making all this other stuff.
They got candy.
No, there's a new Bandai Namco store in Tokyo that I went to that had it was nothing to do with the games, but it was all just like, blind boxes and all the related merch. And they had a big Nintendo section.
And in those malls, they have those Bandai Namco like arcade things,
right?
Where it's all just like claw machines and things like that.
Yeah, so I think it's a good arrangement where they're clearly glad to do the work because it's solid work. They don't have to deal with the risk of like, hey, is this game going to sell or not? It's like, well, it's a Nintendo game. We probably do pretty good.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh gosh, we're Bandai Namco and we're trying to sell this on our own, and it's not based on One Piece, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, exactly.
That kind of a thing. I think ultimately like what can the potential output of Bandai Namco Singapore be? I don't know. Maybe they're more of just a support thing.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo needs that right now.
They do.
I think they're the last year has shown like, hey, making these next gen games
kind of hard.
Ain't like making them last gen games.
Yeah.
And we need a lot of help, and we need a lot of studios
to sustain the generation.
Yeah. People are even saying like in the credits of Metroid Prime 4
that they were listed in there.
There's a ton of others, teams that were brought in, companies that were brought in to help in with that.
Help! We need help.
So I think just like, hey, we need people who are capable that can do good work for and support these other studios. They have now called it Nintendo Studios Singapore.
Interesting.
I think this new branding, this new naming of Nintendo Studios blank is kind of interesting.
It is.
Makes me wonder if Retro Studios is going to get renamed like Retro Studios Austin.
Nintendo Studios Austin.
Yes, Nintendo Studios Austin.
Yeah, no more retro.
No more retro. It's like, are they just going to do this to all these other teams and studios?
Homogenous. It's like the Borg.
Yeah, and they've got this very...
Join the collective.
We've got this very boring logo.
Very boring
template prepared.
Red forward branding.
Just slap a name on there.
It's the font that we use for our captions, guys.
Yeah.
This is the font. It's called Gilroy.
Oh.
If you want to know.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. So obviously not a, stop everything kind of acquisition, but it's anytime they acquire something, it is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of acquisitions, this is so fresh off the news that I didn't even add it here. Did you see Netflix bought Warner Brothers?
Yeah, and Warner Brothers games too.
Well, that's part of the deal. It's obviously a tiny little small
piece. What they bought was a lot of it includes HBO Max, DC,
right? Everything DC,
Harry Potter,
Game of Thrones, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's type you get.
I think, and there'll be, I'm sure,
consolidation.
Weeks of think pieces. That's got the same way the FTC was like putting Microsoft under the microscope like this one has to be
Activision.
Going under the microscope
maybe.
How could it not?
How could it not?
How could it not?
How could it not?
I think that one was maybe 80 billion. So
how much was this?
Which one?
Netflix.
Yeah, 80 billion.
Oh, 80 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not 770,000 US dollars.
No, that is ridiculous.
I'm comparing it to Activision, which was, I think,
I was asking you about Activision.
70 billion.
So this is more than Activision.
I mean, you're getting the whole... Warner Brothers gets you a lot. They got a lot of stuff. You're getting the movies, you're getting all this other stuff.
That's a lot.
So in terms of games, they obviously make games for some of their IPs, but they have the Mortal Kombat entities. And Netflix has been kind of hot and cold on games.
They did some weird things recently where they like shut down a bunch of studios or consolidated a bunch of studios.
Right, they did
too,
shut down a lot of things.
Yeah.
We don't. It's too early to say like how they're going to run
these
all of this stuff.
These streaming services doing games though, like none of them have really gotten it quite.
Seems like it could be bad news,
right.
but I don't know. We need to see what the plan is.
Yeah.
But even the bigger, it's like, does HBO Go just now get sucked into Netflix? Does the cost of your Netflix just like double then because you're getting all of that?
I don't even have Netflix.
Or do they just?
I only have the HBO.
Or do they just operate both and it's like, well, we're just taking money from both now, but we own it. I don't know.
As well.
I don't know. And I also don't care.
Don't rock the boat.
I don't know and I don't care. Moving on. Wow, there was a big Mario Kart World update.
I tried this out.
People are very happy with. Oh, tell me your impressions.
I should have added it to the games we're playing. I totally tried this out. So a lot of the stuff that you can do here. So in this update, there's like custom item rules. You can do some stuff when you're playing with people you know.
You can do some stuff. Awesome overview.
Like the things that they released in this version. Most of it is for when you like create your own custom races, not for when you're like just racing random people online. Is what I'm saying. Jeez, you don't have to jump down my throat. So my point is that because I was not doing a custom race, I didn't really see a lot of this stuff in action. Like whenever I play this game, I'm just going online and playing randos and Knockout Tour.
Well, maybe I'm a little bit raw because I would have liked to have checked this out if I didn't lose the game.
Well, you're the one that lost it.
Oh my gosh.
The modifications to this intermission layouts, I will say, is pretty good.
So what exactly does this mean?
So instead of like doing the driving, just like down the random highway, you are doing more of the tracks.
Because I've seen like some side-by-sides where it's like, oh, here's the old one, and it's basically a straight line, and now there's another one where it's like all these dips and doos.
Yeah.
Did they like change the roads, or like how exactly?
I think how the roads
exactly
are
in the game
oriented.
did they change this?
They definitely made it more interesting.
Right.
Yeah, which is good because those can be a little boring when you're just like. I think people complain because there's like, oh, during this part, like we're just kind of like going from one cool track to another cool track. But it's like boring, so they just made it more interesting. So that was pretty nice.
But was it something you noticed when you were racing? Like, oh, this is different, or this feels more...
I did notice it a little bit.
Yeah.
For the intermission layouts, I did notice it a little bit. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been a while since I played, and I still noticed it.
Yeah.
No, this is a good update. Like, this truly is a really cool update. I really want to try this out, like some of these custom rules in maybe like an upcoming meetup or something with our community because I would like to see how those work. Like I've seen so many funny videos of like only the Kamek items or something like that.
I guess now you can grind for those characters you need more easily.
I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Some of the other things like
what a bad mechanic that was. The Kamek unlocks?
That was stupid.
That sucked.
That was stupid, yeah. They shouldn't have done that.
The music volume, people like that. Now you can listen to the music better.
The music is great.
Yeah.
And like I feel like the music was like undersold, in this game.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so now that's good. Yeah, the music is so good. Yeah, and it shows you the names of the tracks too, the music tracks in the pause menu.
Is this going back into your rotation now, Mario Kart World?
I booted up to check out the update.
Okay.
But I hadn't gone back since.
All right.
I'm playing Metroid.
Yeah, I wish I could check this out because it does seem pretty substantial. It seems like people are pretty happy with it, so that's good. Good on them. Last story. Doug Bowser is not the only big Nintendo retirement at the end of the year. One of our former colleagues has retired. His name is David Young. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have seen this face. If you have seen a Nintendo interview or something that Nintendo has done on screen.
If you were up at 5 a.m. watching local news.
Watching the local news.
You might have seen this face.
Yes. So he worked with us. He worked on the PR team. He worked with content creators. He worked with celebrities. But his real he had a true talent, which was he was one of this small group of Nintendo spokespeople.
Yeah.
And he was one of the best.
One of the best.
Absolutely one of the best.
Yeah, he was so good on camera. He was able to just in a really like natural way do an interview, which is very hard to do. He was a really nice guy, and he had a long tenure.
35 years.
35 years. And he started at Nintendo when he was like 18, something like that. Like baby. And he had a cool past. He's actually, he used to be in like a legit rock band.
Yeah.
So he's like a musician.
Like an 80s hair band.
80s hair band.
Yeah.
And he like recorded albums before, and he used to play music for us. He's like really talented. He's like actually like a very good singer.
Right.
So really cool. Like he has lots of stories about like, you know, the bygone days of Nintendo, the rock and roll days of Nintendo back in the early days, you know. So it's always fun to listen to him tell his stories. But what a career! 35 years, and that's a crazy amount of time to spend in one place. So.
Yeah, there's just more and more people who have like, well, I've spent a whole career working for Nintendo.
Almost your whole life.
And you think, wait, how is that possible? But I guess, well, if you do the math, like that is
possible.
But yeah, it's amazing. Like, yeah, we could talk to somebody who knew, like, oh, here's what it was like working on the Super Nintendo.
Exactly.
Like, wait, I was like a little kid back then.
I know.
That's nuts.
That's nuts. But congratulations to David. He is amazing, and what a wonderful career he had. And now he can retire and enjoy retirement, which is awesome.
That's
too.
right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to bring it home with a couple of questions from our Patreon community. Of course, we get these from patreon.com/KitandKrysta. Check us out. First question is from Megahawk21, very relevant to that news story we're just talking about. What do you think is going on behind the scenes with Mario Kart World? I'm surprised that there has been no mention of any future updates to the game. I wonder if Nintendo was taken aback by some of the criticisms and is considering reworking a few elements. I should say this question came in
right before
that big update was put out, but I do still think it is relevant.
Yeah, well, I think it's clear that you know, they definitely see Mario Kart World as an ongoing game. I think it's one of those things where they know that, you know, people are going to be playing this game for a long time, or even people that haven't gotten this game yet. Like there's still a more potential people that will join the Mario Kart World community. So I think they are, you know, clearly with this latest update, they are understanding some of the feedback, they're probably not doing everything everyone is wanting them to do, but they are making some considerations and improving some areas of the game, which is awesome to see. But I think that the long-term plan is to support this game for the duration of the Switch 2 generation. And yeah, I think we can look forward to continued patches and also, of course, like real content updates too. So
yeah, I have no doubt that they have a long-term plan to support this game from obviously day one of the Switch generation to the final day of the Switch 2 generation. And that's got a long time. So, you know, the calls for them to completely overhaul the game 2 months after it comes out, it's like, well, that's
not happening.
That's not in the cards, and they're not going to be sped up by whatever internet backlash there might be at any given time. So, you know, we're just not at the point where any of those like bigger like expansions or, you know, paid whatever booster course packs or whatever it takes its place being. But I do appreciate these updates, and you know, they're certainly aware of the feedback. I think they're thinking about ways to make the game better, but you know, in a way that's not going to detract from the bigger plans that they have. But I also think that they see, like, yes, there's this vocal community who's playing this game in a very, almost in a way that you don't expect Mario Kart to be played, like a really like hardcore, somewhat competitive way.
Yeah.
But I think they also see the feedback that like there's a lot of people who are playing this game and are also really loving this game.
Yeah.
So I don't think like a lot of people were calling this like, oh, this is a dead game, this is a failure, this is all this.
It's like so many people are
I think you're a bit disconnected from the bigger picture of what is happening. And it was very eye-opening in Japan to also see the reaction to this game, where you go to a store and they have all these Switch 2 kiosks, and there were like lines of people who wanted to
Probably because they can't get a Switch 2.
to play Mario Kart World, and maybe it was, and like a lot of those people were like kids and families, and it's like, yeah, this is the bread and butter for this. This is the right audience for this, and there's a lot of excitement. Nobody was like side-eyeing this game of like, oh, why would I want that? Like,
some kid is gonna love Mario Kart.
Exactly. So I think it's important to see the bigger picture.
And that's actually their audience, not the vocal internet people.
For a game like Mario Kart World. And that's why I came back excited to play Mario Kart World, and I realized I lost the darn game. So, oops, my bad.
Yikes. Yeah, and the holidays too are coming up, and I imagine a lot of new kids will be getting. Man, lucky kids. That's a pretty penny your parents.
That's a get.
That's a get. Your parents are spending like $500 on a Christmas gift for you. You're so lucky. Anyways, but those lucky kids will be joining the Mario Kart community. I'm sure their monthly, whatever their MAUs or monthly active users or whatever is like ridiculously high for Mario Kart, and most of those people are probably quite satisfied with Mario Kart. Yeah. But I do think they'll keep supporting it and updating it. And it's true. Every time there is some kind of update, like it does incentivize, people like me who, haven't played Mario Kart in a few months to like go back and check it out. So I spent a night checking out these updates and going back to the game, and it's still really fun. So yeah, they know that works. Every time they update it with something, people will go back to the game. So yeah.
Damon Smith asks, why doesn't Keighley do his awards in January or February for the actual full year? It's so strange to have an award show for November 22nd last year through November 21st this year. I would want my game to be 2025 Game of the Year, not Game of the Year between November 22nd and November 21st. It's so very strange to me. Is there some competing event in January or February he's trying to avoid?
He's really trying to cleanly wrap up the calendar year, I think, by putting TGAs at the end of that calendar year. The other thing is, as soon as you move on to January of the next year, people mentally check out.
Some amount of people who just no longer care.
They check it of the year before. Yeah. I do. I'm like, oh, that's behind us. 2025 games? Who cares? Right. We're moving on to 2026. What's coming up? What's coming up next?
Right.
So he's trying to, whether it works or not, he's trying to put like a pretty bow on the end of this calendar year of gaming.
Right.
And because of the way that he does the judging and the voting and all that stuff, he has to cut it off in November, which, yeah, I get it. Like, sometimes it does hurt. Like, Metroid Prime is a game that missed the cutoff, right, until next year.
What kind of, is that an action game or an action-adventure game?
Action-adventure.
Yes!
Yay! I finally understand! They should nominate it for Best Art Direction, though. Woof!
Can't. For next year?
For next year.
For next year, yes.
We gotta recognize the amazing art direction in Metroid Prime 4. Oh my goodness. But yes, I think that's why. But yes, it is weird. Honestly, I actually like having it in December. I might be one of the people that just prefer it, that versus the January award. I know like DICE does their awards in January. Joystick maybe does
their awards. There's like the GDC. There's so many things and entities that do Game of the Year, and it's us. Like, there is something to be said for like going early when people still have an appetite for it.
It's the appetite.
Because when you get to the GDC ones in March, it's like we're still doing these.
I was like, who cares?
It's like, oh yes, Claire Obscure is going to get its 100th Game of the Year award. Congratulations. We know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
So
that's true too. You know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
There is an element of like freshness.
Right.
To it when you get to be the first one. By the time you get to January and someone else is doing another award, it's like, who cares? I already know like probably how this is going to shake out. It's kind of the same judges, Right. I mean, that's even kind of like a pressure that we feel a little bit of like, well, we want to pick the right time to do ours that we can get attention, but it's like, gosh, well, the Kind of Funny is doing an award, Giant Bomb doing an award, Min-Max. It's like the week
Min-Max award. It's like, how can we make ours feel distinct and special?
They don't have butts.
And get people to pay attention. One of the ways with butts. We know, butts get eyeballs. That's a fact.
Butts get eyes.
That's just a fact, okay?
Butts get eyes.
That's a fact.
You're tuning in for butts.
So, yeah, I agree. I do think, with a few notable exceptions, like really high-profile exceptions, like Smash Brothers, it's Indiana Jones game, Metroid, most of the games have stopped coming out. So I can understand the concerns, but I also understand why Jeff's doing it this way.
I would not want to go to the Game Awards in January. Let me tell you that much right now. There's something about going to the Game Awards around the holidays where it's very festive.
Right.
We always kind of loop it in with our own like holiday celebrations too.
Yeah.
Something about it just works for me.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it for 10 years, so.
Habit.
It's a
habit.
It's a habit.
Habit.
Right,
All right.
right.
Creature of habit.
Yeah. Last question is from Manjock. Hello again. I was curious, how did Nintendo celebrate wins? Did the company have big parties for any games that exceeded expectations? If not, did individual offices or teams do celebratory events? Not the strongest suit of the company.
Yeah, rarely celebrating anything. Like we launched so many games so rapidly.
And it was always just on to the next.
I think the only times we would stop to celebrate, this is so embarrassing, is sometimes somebody else would send our office a gift for doing something. Like IGN, I think one time, like the ad side. The advertising side of IGN.
It was just a constant influx of stuff IGN was sending.
Yeah, but they made us like some cake shaped like a Switch.
Right.
Right? That was cool.
The Switch launch, you were not there for this. The Switch launch, we did have a 30-minute celebration in the lunchroom with a cake that somebody had made, and we all came in and we clapped for each other.
Was the cake shaped like a Switch?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
You were not there for that. You were in New York for that. That was nice. I think that was the most notable thing that I can remember. But again, that was 30 minutes in some random break room. Come if you can. Don't worry if you can't. It's not important. That was literally the best example I can think of this.
Oh, you know what we need to talk about as a separate story time is the celebration of service.
Yes, we do.
That's another story time.
Yes.
I'll tease it here. That was something kind of interesting the company did to celebrate something that both of us went through. So we should save that for a story time.
Yes. More often than not, though, it was like in the Monday morning meeting. It was like, okay, the new Mario game sold 2 million copies. It's the best-selling Mario game ever, but it's still 10% below the forecast. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
A lot of that.
Oh, are you serious?
I was so numb to it.
Yeah, or it was like, oh, great job. Anyways, the next game's coming out on Friday, and
what are your plans?
The pre-order numbers are not up to snuff. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
It was a lot of that.
It was a lot of that.
Okay, fine. We're moving on.
Yeah, they would do the sales update in the Monday morning meeting because over the weekend you would gather the launch weekend updates, and the most like monotone voice guy would read the numbers to you. No offense to that person, it's not his fault. He's very nice, but his voice was very boring. Okay, and it was like, whatever game, Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 2.5 million. And it just rattled through.
Rattle them off,
through numbers, and by the time of year, it's just like whatever, 2.5 million.
Okay,
it's fine. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, like 4 million, whatever. Like
best-selling fighting game ever. Anyway, here's the update on 1-2 Switch.
Best-selling fighting game ever. 10% above forecast, but 20% below the
internal goal.
The internal goal / the extended forecast. You're like, and then you just glaze over.
Right, and then later on, like there were always like no matter how well it did, you were guaranteed to have like this new phase of the campaign, the corrective phase.
PDCA.
So it was like you're already like
you're mentally
fixated on errors, gaps, things to do better. It was not the most positive thing. But again, the company banned the word success. The company was like really terrified of people getting big heads about all of this stuff. It was just a real serious cultural thing.
Yeah, a very cultural thing, and that's why like whenever we hear sales numbers, like people that like companies that tweet about how many games they sold, like after a game launches, like they would never ever think about doing that unless it's like a press release or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who sent in a question. Those were great. And don't forget, we're here at patreon.com/KitandKrysta. And let me give you a tip. If you are looking to give somebody a gift, you can gift a Patreon subscription and make somebody's day.
Gift us?
Yes. Gift us. Or gift yourself. Gift yourself an upgrade. Gift yourself a new subscription.
Fun.
This is how you're going to get the Metroid Prime 4 spoiler cast.
Oh, boy.
Exclusively. When we say exclusively, that means it's not being posted
ever
anywhere else ever.
Yes. It's truly exclusive.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it goes in with all, how many we got? Like 30 more of those. You look forward to getting all of
Lots
those.
of gameplay,
Yes.
exclusive gameplay videos. We have so many spoiler casts we did this year. If you want to play Kirby Air Riders with us in a meetup, that's where you gotta go.
That's right.
It's really fun. Okay, we're also on the socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
And if you're watching this on video, we'd love it if you could subscribe on YouTube. If you haven't already, give this podcast a thumbs up and leave us a comment. And if you're listening on an audio service like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can also subscribe there. Give the podcast a 5-star rating and leave a written review if you'd like to go the extra mile. Maybe recap the year in Kit and Krista in a great review on Apple Podcasts.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to read that.
we're loving your Spotify raps, your YouTube.
Tag us in all of those.
Tag us. We'll repost
Yes,
you.
we
Oh
love
my
those.
gosh, those are the best. We've been seeing so many of those, and so thank you. If somebody. The people that are in the 0.1% of viewers, thank you so much. I didn't know that we made 200 plus videos this year. That was surprising. That was a surprise for
As
me.
the person who made those.
I was like, we did?
Wait.
How did we do that? That's almost the amount of days in the year. What the heck?
That's a lot.
Oh my goodness. No wonder I'm so tired.
Are you a 1% Kit and Krista viewer?
I'm not.
Why not? I was.
I was like a 0.9%.
You have to like these too. Oh my gosh.
I'm watching Bay Area Eats. my top videos are like what to eat in the Bay Area. Like literally. You were looking over my shoulder when I was showing you mine. That's so funny. Okay, let's shout out some wonderful superstars and our final boss. Sorry. Aaron Hash.
Aaron Hash.
Who is in the 1% of viewers.
Oh, yes. He's going to get a heck of a end-of-year gift box.
Ooh, what's in it? Only he will know.
Look forward to that, Aaron Hash.
Only he will know.
Yes.
Okay, superstars. Mara Mayhem.
Eigenverse.
Mike Chin.
Roy Eschke.
BGM Life.
Link, the hero of wins.
Angela Bycroft.
Thomas O'Rourke.
Kyle LaBeouf.
Andrew Uhas.
Chili.
Chris Shuri.
Master Discord.
Travis Torline.
Echo Adair.
MSN Poke Gamer.
R. Burns.
Kit 10K.
Adrian.
Nathan Clover.
And the Shark Among Men. And here comes the One Up Club. Aaron Burgundy.
Adcool 2000.
Age 1000.
Ain Evelith.
Ali Alejandro.
Alejandro Orozco Borrego.
Andrew Lobo.
Andy Robinson.
Angel Aid.
Anthony Fumai.
Anthony Keher.
Aristu.
Astrodev.
Awesome 46.
Vino.
Barnstorm.
Bates.
Berserker.
Big and Ink Gamer with a Y.
Blake Mitchell.
Bob Cleffin.
Brandon Kavapel.
Brent Dennison.
Brian Decker.
Brovak Novak.
Cashew.
Cedric Benson.
Chadir.
Kelly Squirrel.
Chris Fisher.
Crispy Saurus.
Christopher Lay.
Chunky Conga.
Colleen Finnegan.
Cosmic Titan 718.
Captain Alex.
C Roper 17.
Cynical Squid.
Dagly Leo.
Dally Dinkum.
Dachshund.
Debbie P.
Dinkum and Bubblegum.
And Doinko.
Dre.
Dr. Saturn.
Do Dad Life.
Eccentric Tony.
Elite Peach.
Espars 50.
Furbound.
Fernie and Jess Forever.
Fox Deploy.
Funky Han.
Gamer Likes Anime.
Gamer Nerd 78.
Garth the Wolf.
Gartooth.
Jeremy.
Gin Wolf.
Guilty Phoenix 42.
Heyo Jose.
I Can Snake.
Ira Bell.
Iris Barron.
It's your boy J-Ho.
Ivan Cito.
Jay Rando.
Jameson Eisenberg.
James.
Jason Ball 34.
J-Bar.
Jer. Oh.
I think that's Jeremy Swinnon. That's a typo on that part.
Jeremy Swinnon. I'm sorry.
There it is.
I was like, wait, what?
Joe Encarnacion.
Jonathan Rowe.
John Conboy.
Jordan Hemmerly.
Joris.
Joseph Gunther.
Joshua Clements.
Gigi Fruit.
Justin Lemminger.
Jay Wolf.
Callan CPU 57.
Kawa 2796.
Kevin Delane.
Kilo Kibo.
Kyle Gamerberry Rookie.
Kyle 325.
Kyle Kretzer.
Kyle R. Smith.
Lazy Cat for Coffee.
Leah Rao.
Lex.
Link 9898.
Linko.
Lipton.
Louise.
Luke Hayabusa Kramer.
Luna B.
Lynn.
Matcha Potato.
Mad Dog 5981.
Magnificent Easy G and Callie Marie.
Mario Man 392.
Marky Man 64.
Matt GPT.
Maverick Nate.
Megan.
May plus Leon.
Michael Mazer.
Michael O'Hara.
Michael Wong.
Mikey.
Mikey Macaroni.
Mr. Ryan 07.
Motomania.
Mr. Andy Pong.
Mr. Beans and Dip.
Mr. Bendu 101.
Mute Dog the Gamer.
Mytran.
Nasir.
Naif E.
Nigbia Reeves.
Nasuchu.
Nimbendu.
Ninja 11.
Oh no.
I wasn't sure about this one.
One of
Oh, one of a kind.
a kind.
Oh, there it is.
One of Elite Speak. Okay,
I get it,
one
yes.
of a kind. It's like a license plate.
Oliver Went.
Omega Index Card.
Pangy.
Paper Boat.
Patrice Millette.
Paul Gale Network.
Peach Booty.
Yeah. Poke Digifan 20.
Prime Factor.
Prince Charmless.
Prof Clive.
Punky.
Rain Tech.
Rob M.
Rob O.
Robbie DLC.
Romsky 113.
Rocks.
Ryan Haas.
Ryanetta.
Sage Gamer.
Salskin 20XX.
Scott Seaworth.
Sebastiano Garas.
Sega.
Sharif Jackson.
Shinryu.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Slobo.
Shump.
Schnaggle.
Spacey Poo.
Spicy Munchkin.
Star Fox Melancholy.
Stephen Rockoff.
Stuart Radley.
Pseudo Priest.
Switching it up _
Tales of Link. Oh boy.
Tamer rhymes with hammer.
Tandem.
Tay 120 and 64.
TCGN 21P.
Teal Fox 64.
The Hyrule Hero.
The Kagers.
The Quiet One.
The Sir OT.
Thomas Alvarez.
Three Rivers.
Token 777.
Torcheeks.
Totally Joe Ed.
Totomaru.
Trajawi.
Trevor Collins.
Tugs Puppy Bear.
Tuscoop.
Tyler Geis.
Vich Mictor.
Victor MK.
Okay. Yes, Victor MK, then Vich Mictor, then Vinny to the K.
Viridian.
Virtual Bot.
Waffles.
WG Grizzy.
Wicked Davy.
Zelgroth S. Oh no. Dang it! Zachary S.
Zelgaroth.
Zapatty.
Zero Link.
And Zroid. It's a lot of new people.
You too could be one of a name that we stumble over.
Welcome to the One Up Club.
There have been a lot of signups.
There's been a lot of new people, and these names are,
Yes.
I was taken aback.
It's been great though. We see all of
love
these
it.
as they come in.
We appreciate
Yes.
each and every one of you.
It means a lot.
Whenever I see that there's a new introduction in the Discord, I get really excited
You do.
to introduce that person to the community, which I know the community is so great. So it's wonderful. Thank you for being here. All right, that is it for today. We will see you guys later. Bye.
Back to Metroid.
Back to Metroid.